I don't want to talk about it simply because it would just be giving them publicity.
This is also fair. Also, we are officially live. I don't know why I went to the starting screen. I was just like, fuck it. We start whenever we start.
It's all about Grand Theft.
Auto?
Sometimes.
Grand Theft Michael Jordan.
What?
I don't know, man.
You hold it.
No. I gotta get in there.
Michael Jordan's name in blasphemy.
Wait, you can't? What the fuck? Wait,
Nah, you absolutely can.
I mean, it's like how everyone memed the hell out of Will Smith after that incident where he's smacking the shit out of.
Never thought I'd live to see a day where Will Smith smacks Chris Rock, but this is the world we live in.
I mean, too, like, for what it's worth in the stars above, you don't you don't joke about it like a person's significant other. You're gonna get those hands, those big, meaty hands, and get smacked the shit out of.
Oh, without legal trouble, but thankfully, didn't happen.
That's the thing that I'm actually. I mean, I guess it makes sense since they're friends. Quotations, friends. But you would think he would at least have the, like the common sense to not make that type of joke whenever it's a sensitive subject. That blows my mind.
He's a comedian who's definitely made worse jokes. They both have consecutively. So I feel like the ground there is very unstable and uneven.
So it's like
I was just going through prior issues before that, and that was just like, that's the catalyst right there. That's what's gonna start it.
That's true. All I know is that
like when you're in an argument with someone over no, not even an argument. You just like you have this bad vibe when you're around someone in particular, and then they say something just like, all right, now I have to fight you. It's probably not worth it. It's probably over something dumb, but I have to fight you.
It's over the dumbest things. I mean, the sad thing is that's more common than not.
It's a very unfortunate thing.
But hey, there are the good with the bad and the others in between.
So like Battle Royale in Halo. That's the thing.
We don't. God damn it! I also forgot about the stupid battle pass.
Not even the battle pass. There is Battle Royale. Friggin' in Halo.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do the intro again. Well, we're already here. What? Listen, a subject came up, and it's our job to talk about it, and we now talk about it. But now we can at least deviate, going back into the full circle of, hello, welcome everyone to Echoes of the Forest, episode 3. We're not dating this, because, yes, I am your host, VincentheartSN, the Wandering Elf.
And I am a popsicle.
And this is Popsicle Steve.
Pink. Yes.
Popsicle Steve!
Popsicle Steve.
Today we actually have some subjects. We're gonna at least kind of like do our shimmy shammy of walking back and forth in subjects. And yeah, Popsicle Steve is going to throw hands with some gods again.
Yeah.
For the umpteenth time.
One.
Who haven't you thrown hands with at this point? You and I have thrown hands. Alright, legitimate question. Have you ever attempted to be like, we're gonna throw hands to yo lovely significant other?
We've had a clash of words and other things, yeah.
I see. So of epic proportions. I respect that.
Yeah. We have areas in which we have vastly opposite views on certain things.
I feel that. I feel that very. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of clashing,
yeah.
You and I, Vincent. It's time to unveil that we're going to be stepping into something that has long been here for
Phoenix,
few
right?
decades. No.
I mean, are we going to eventually come back to that?
I mean, we can. We definitely can. We can put that on the list and just make it
Should we just make a specific area of just games that we want to play, even if it's single player, as we sit
we'll
there?
just make it the roulette of Tuesday, the Tuesday roulette.
Oh, that sounds like a cool title, actually. Roulette Tuesdays.
Yes. RT time.
RT. That's good.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I vibes with it. Oh yeah, so now we can begin the update, since you kept transitioning into it, and then it's just
yeah.
All right, Sakura, go ahead, do your thing.
So going forward, in between fatal framing, because I don't know how far we are off from any form of completion.
I could tell you, kind of, sort
of. Just give me the general. How close? How far?
We're not necessarily there at best, depending on how long we want to run. And since you're okay, I'm not gonna lie, you have done things faster than I have, only because I get big baby scared.
Big baby scared.
I get big baby scared, and I'm not gonna lie, we have yet to reach the part I fear the most in that entire fucking game. I hate it, but we are barely at half. But with how fast, because literally that's why you see the little timer and stuff like that. Each level is not that long. Each level is like significantly short if you know where you're going.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you this now because I love you. We're gonna probably see some maps from different people's perspectives.
I'm not mad.
But are you disappointed?
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. So with that, since that's going to be an uphill battle, we are also going to be sliding into, as I've already mentioned, a little bit of that Phoenix Wright. We're just going to duo it so that our time constraints and consistencies can stay on point throughout the time. And we can just finish whatever needs to be finished.
Yeah.
And we're going to Waddle Dee into yet another Battle Royale, Vincent.
What? Which one are we going into? What?
Vampire the Masquerade.
God damn it! Wait, is it now working? Did they actually fix all the stupid shit?
Yeah. Mostly, from what I've seen, the stability is there now. Occasionally, you might get thrown out of a locker called connectivity, but it's not as bad as that one time that you were playing.
I don't want to talk about
Fortnite.
I don't want to talk about it. That it makes okay. I'm gonna at least state it now. It makes no fucking sense that your workshop worlds last longer in server-wise compared to your actual game modes. You fucking brain-dead fools. That's all I had to say. I had to get that out of my. I just needed.
Hey, I understand.
That just makes me mad. It makes no sense, and yet it's out here laughing at me like, haha, you wanna W with your battle royale buddies?
Nope.
No, you simple-minded fool.
You get no limit pledge. Sorry. So sorry.
You only get despair.
Despair.
And I'm like, okay.
I don't know. I feel like just in general, that issue shouldn't be as consistent as it was. And it's not like it's just been you, because we've definitely had issues where that sort of thing has just happened before, and it's just, well, you're out of it. You're done. How? You just are.
You'd think they would have consistent servers because how much money they get off of stuff like stupid dumb kids.
Has stupid money.
I don't want to hear people's like any type of reasoning. Even we have not heard any new updates, as far as I'm aware of Fortnite lawsuits, because there has been lawsuits in association to like the dances. So like you don't see that, and I'm just like, what? Hello?
They have the money for it. They just don't have the excuse for it. But thankfully, or at least hopefully, VTM will not have that excuse, and we can just play a bunch of games together as a bunch of vampires climbing on buildings and shooting people for no apparent reason whatsoever.
So,
And they have
like normal vampires that don't give a shit about their territory anyways?
Exactly.
It's like you're trying to give a habitat, like just like a general area for vampires that are also originally humans, and they have, for even humans, they have jealous they at least kind of just grab whatever they want, like giant children anyways. We've seen that so many fucking times.
Here, though, I don't even think there's a purpose to it. It's just like they're all here, and they just kind of want to fight. They just want to square up. It's time to determine who's the king of vampires. Or queen.
You know what? The last time I attempted, because the only thing I could do was get through the tutorial and then it would crash on me.
Mm-hmm.
And then make me repeat the tutorial and crash on me.
Oh, gosh.
That is literally the closest thing I've gotten to complete with that fucking game. So if it has gotten fixed and or patched, I am willing to waddle into sucking people off as a vampire. And I know what I said, but I'm not changing what I just said.
I know you're not. Honestly, I think
I still have it installed. Wait,
it'll at least be better than the alternative, which was
I don't have that.
Friggin', what was it? Doing Halo Infinite, because specifically, I can't even actually play that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I can't load it up.
What? How is it broken for you?
No. I clicked the play button to like download it, and then it just takes me back to the page like, no, stupid, you can't join.
Bruh.
You're not allowed. But through them, because we have the greatest form of shooter, all right? Get your Halos out of here. Throw away your Call of Duties. Battlefield already died in a ditch. EA doesn't care about you.
Oh yeah, I genuinely forgot
who
that
does. You
vampires.
know who cares about you very vaguely, sort of.
You say vaguely, and then you kind of.
Capcom cares about you, and when it comes to their on-rail shooters, they love you so much that they make those things the best that they possibly can for you, every day, all the way.
I guess the closest thing we can get is like the shit that we got with that super mecha fighting Mega Man. I'm just making a name for that one battle royale with a bunch of mechs. I forgot what it was called again.
It's just Super Mecha Champion. You were close. I thought you were about to finish it. It's just
no,
Super Mecha Champion.
No, not at all.
Gosh darn it!
I forgot the name. Hello, howdy, welcome to our podcast.
Welcome to it.
Welcome. What the fuck was I thinking?
You're thinking about Super Mecha Champions?
Yeah, that was good, except for the fucking. We have to grind to get to anywhere, and it makes me upset.
I kind of like the idea, because it's kind of like walking through a on-hands tutorial, because you deal with all these bots, and you start to develop a taste for, the whole PvP. You don't develop the skill, because they're bots, and they run to you to die. But
like clearly, whenever we were playing together, it was so fucking funny because I stood there and it faced you and proceeded to pull the trigger at you, and I was like, okay,
yep,
okay.
And it does not prepare you for when you fight against real people who are smart and know
how to
very violent,
play dirty.
Yeah, so it's just like the scale tips very quickly, very fast. At least when it comes to the mechas, and when they're just people, nah, it's the exact same way. I think I broke the game with that little fancy sniper that makes things explode whenever you shoot them. Because I kid you not, I went on a violent killing spree, destroying any and all in my path that wasn't a mecha with that sniper rifle. I became
Sniper Ghost
dead shot.
That's fair. With all the talk of fucking Sniper Ghost Warrior every time, I keep forgetting.
Have you ever finished it?
I've never touched it. I've only did it because of an old ass joke of this content creator known as Immortal H. Oh wait, you already know Couch Hop. Never mind. You already know fucking Immortal. Yeah, Alex. Whatever. He did that as a fucking meme, and he's like, Sniper Ghost Warrior. He was doing a Batman shtick with Sniper Ghost Warrior for that time. It was back in the olden days. You could always
just play it, or because I think at this point they have a co-op for it. I don't know why or how. Jeez.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then there's Sniper Elite. You know, we have options, Vincent.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been like Sniper Elite looks more tantalizing, and then there's the Sniper Elite zombies one.
Zombies.
Yeah. Like I still have that installed because there was the trilogy, but I know they made another one. By the way, they made another one. Like I think
Sniper Elite 4. I mean Zombies 4.
Yeah. I only have the first, second, third, because I was originally going to play with someone. That never happened, so I was just like, well, this is going to collect dust with everything else that I have to complete.
He's just going to cook on the gas.
But that's why I make my own personal goal as a streamer and as someone that likes this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm like, I'm going to use the streams I have or the streams I make to try to complete my games. I'm not going to let myself get away with that shit. That was literally actually the prime reason why I did like YouTube and streaming, because I'm gonna be real, sitting there by myself was around the time where I did not have that many friends that would want to sit there and chill in a call with me and play video games. It sounds sad, but it's honest truth, and that's why I did YouTube for like, it's been 13 years now, officially. Or unofficial. I mean, I don't remember. All I know is I did a bunch of YouTube.
Last time you did YouTube?
I mean, outside of the exception of uploading these videos and like editing TikToks,
Dang.
13 years ago.
13 years ago.
I have experience.
I mean, I understand it. I definitely do. I don't really have the same excuse. Mine was mostly just because I didn't really want to continue associating with people, because a lot of like the friend groups that I fell into very immediately fell out of.
I mean, I get
a lot of not great people, just kind of like around the clock, that kind of threw a monkey wrench into the grand old time.
See, I feel that, because here's the thing with me. I love my friends, and I generally get that stupid fear of losing friends. So that's why I try to, like check in or constantly see, hey, yo, how you doing? And sometimes, I won't lie, I have forgotten people to a certain degree that I generally feel bad, but I keep still the same mentality of, if you still consider me as a friend, and if you just try to message me and be like, hey, yo, what's up? You'll always be my friend. I don't give a shit no matter how many years. I'm gonna treat like we've talked yesterday kind of levels. Oh, hey, how's the wife and kids? Oh,
they don't exist. What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's like, yeah.
Then it was like, I did that.
Yeah, like that's my mentality nowadays, because I've lost so many friends down this path known as life. But
the pipeline, the drain.
Yeah, where people want something, and then once they get something, they kind of like, bye-bye. But that's why I cherish our friendship, you and me, buddy.
Which is why you'll be going to House of the Dead with me the whole series.
That's fine, because that has co-op, and we're gonna go through our lovely friend Parsect.
Yep.
I know people are probably gonna have always those pee-pee-poo-pee of, oh, it audio cancels. I don't care. I want to play games with my friend.
We have to have that co-op couch moment, all right? And I've already put it out there in the ether. Have to do all of them. I won't be doing the Time Crisis ones with you, simply because
that's Zero.
I've already said that I'll be doing them all with Zero.
And that's
every
fine.
Last one.
Like honestly, I respect that, because you want to maintain the promises and everything you said with another person. Keeping your word is honestly a good trait to have. if you know how to at least keep your promises. Sometimes you're gonna at least, flop about it or forget. But the ones that you truly care about, it's gonna stay.
Yes. Unlike Uber Eats, which is always dying and trying very desperately to stay alive and dying again.
No, you know what's funny? Someone showed on Twitter that they had a driver, and for some reason their GPS was wonking out to a point of like going all the way from out of the United States, from the Pacific Ocean.
What?
Yeah, I know, and it was like, what the fuck?
How do you get there? How do you get there from that? What the hell?
No, and you want to know, the person that made that tweet updated it to the point of like, oh, by the way, the order came, but it was soggy. So it was super funny.
Jeez, and they're worse than DoorDash when it comes to their refund service. If they can argue it down, you won't get a gosh darn thing.
Man, don't even start. I was so upset because I ordered Taco Bell today and the day before. Guess what? They fucked up my Mountain Dew again. They fucked it up again.
Listen, Vincent, all I'm saying is they're not always great, especially if they're the farthest out from your location or the dasher is a little tipsy. But friggin' DoorDash is the way to go if you can't get food yourself. You need someone else to get you food, and there's not someone else, that just will drive out that's there with you. All I'm saying, DoorDash.
Please sponsor us. That'd be a nice sponsor.
DoorDash, listen, I'll order food, and I'll show the food, okay? We'll talk about this. We'll work it out. This is just one of those videos where I'm just like, I just need them to look at this video and understand that I want to be with them. Please. I've spent hundreds, if not nearly thousands of dollars on DoorDash. At this point, if I don't get sponsored by them, I'm a riot. And not like the games. I'm just gonna full on start throwing things through glass, little glass windows at strange parlor shops. And stealing a VHS that I don't need because I don't have any movies for VHS. One of your best moments on Halo is when you and a friend went 2v4 and won the match. I mean, Matchbox. Is the Battle Royale thing an actual thing, or is that just all that talk and gumption? Because I need to know, for legal reasons. Strictly legal.
Only legal.
Only the legal reasons.
God damn it. Only those reasons.
Only those, nothing else. Also, the last thing, Vincent, in the content, I just gotta let you know, we still have to do it because we said we were gonna do it and we never did it.
You know, I'm just making
have to do propagation. We have to do it.
I know, it's just we haven't took we just kind of forget because we're big dumb babies. That's why I'm making a list in this podcast server we're in.
I would have said Arizona Sunshine, but aside from that one mine, there's nothing scary about that game.
Yeah, no.
Because the mine shaft, terrifying.
I mean, there's
ridiculously terrifying.
There's DLC. I'm aware of that, and I've played through it with another friend, Mad King Desu.
But was it scary at any point?
No, not at all. This game is not scary. It's just if they get too close and you are normally a person to panic, that's going to be the norm.
Like, there's not even anything besides like phobias of the dark. There's not really any phobias in that game that I can think of. So yeah, Arizona Sunshine is not a horror game. It's a wonderful zombie game.
It's a zombie shooter. It's with the expectations of a zombie shooter, any type of a game that gives you a fucking gun. The idea of fear kind of comes non-existent. I think the minor exception is like Dead Space. It gives you a gun, yes. But whenever there's the limited supplies and ammunition and the hopelessness with it, I generally like it due to the simple fact that it tries to do the psychological horror with it. And for me, psychological horror is usually my my jelly to my toast. Cause I eat that shit up fast.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, no, I can vibe with that. I feel like, in my own regards, it really just comes down to looks and gameplay. If those two things are in happy matrimony, nothing else matters. Because I've played some absolutely dumb as a doornail games as far as everything else store-wise or whatever the case may be, or maybe the company's just not on the best radar as far as the viewing
Or the
public.
fucking game breaks to the point where
Or
it's
the game breaks
unplayable.
a bunch. But the
We've
gameplay
had
and the
that.
looks are what stick for me.
I mean, that's fair. Also, hello, Muhi.
Hello.
Welcome. What was I thinking? Yeah, no. It seems like it's a trifecta of things where, like, you're trying to maintain, you know, it doesn't even matter, like, it's usually that scale that keeps you going in the game. Oh, is the gameplay interesting? If not, If the story's good, cool. Hello, I'm friends, but not really. Oh, okay. Okay. What was I thinking? But yeah, no, it comes to that kind of idea.
I feel like we'll just rip the band-aid off because it's not a long game. It's just waves, and then once the waves are done, that's it. But
Eh,
I feel like just doing it and getting it out of the way will open up the path for
better
better
content.
trails. Yeah, because there's not a lot of VR games that uh vibe with that specific aesthetic. Like there's now VR MMOs,
Mm-hmm.
there's VR there's plenty of like VR fantasy games and like modern shooting games and all that stuff and a bunch of solo ones, but just like full on co-op shooter zombie games, not that many, if any at all.
The closest thing we're getting is fucking Resident Evil 4, which was already established as its own thing without needing the functionality of fucking.
That's not even a co-op one. It's just like a single player experience, unless they have the mercenary mode as well.
I don't.
Which is
Wait,
weird.
I would have to look that shit up. RE4 VR. Yo, what?
They have it?
Wait, let me double check. Oh my god, it will! Resident Evil 4 VR will get mercenary mode in 2022 as a free update.
Jeez. Well, there's that. But what the hell is the name of the game? The game that I showed you, I talked about is like, this is Left 4 Dead, but for VR. And
Oh, the After the Fall or something like that?
After the Fall.
Because I know we talked about that, and I'm not against getting it. I mean, doing it.
But that's way down the line. I don't want to play it right now simply because
It's still early access.
That also, I won't be playing the new stuff nor getting new VR games until I get the Index headset and controllers. I think that at that point I'll start bumping into stuff like that. But right now, not even in the ballpark, not even in the stratosphere for that.
I mean, that's fair. That's a fair. That is a good place to go in terms of goals, and just keep more of the dumbed down quality stuff that you already have. Because if you try to rush and get all the random bullshit, like especially touching the fucking early access games, and then see it turn into a hot mess, you kind of end up feeling like, oh, I just wasted money on a fucking overcharged VR game that's not even going to be worth 2 cents of my time.
Looking at you, Cyberpunk 2077. I'll never forgive you. I'll never, ever forgive you.
But it
Not
has
even a little
Keanu
bit.
Reeves.
I don't give a Keanu. Hell, I don't care. Because the friggin' you have had ample opportunity and all these filthy stinking patches, and the game is still a buggy mess. How do you do that? Impossible. I feel like the win was immediately taken out of whatever sale they were putting back up once their stuff
They
got
overhyped it.
taken.
It's the bad case of overhyping, you see.
Not even the overhype, when their stuff literally got stolen. I think that was the nail in the coffin where they're just like, okay,
Yeah.
We're done. It's over. Just
It
wrap it up.
sucks.
Wrap it up, boys.
It's a little disheartening because I thought it was a cool concept.
Yeah.
Just whenever it came out in general, it was hot pee pee poop. And they delayed it
As far as
too!
yeah, they delayed it. They put up all these things. It kept getting delayed, and then finally, when it came out, because it was rushed into its service, I guess it really did need another year to bake. It died. It died
Yeah.
hard.
And then it goes into the
Wasn't
track
even that
over.
game that you saw, because I will say this. I'll say this with a grain of salt, because they all the developers always say, you know, that whenever they show something at one of those expos like E3 or whatever the case may be, that everything is still a work in progress. Nothing is the complete version of yada 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 yada.
Mm-hmm.
You brought to the table an entirely different game than what you showed at any of your expos for Cyberpunk.
AK just
That
failed to
doesn't
keep
make
their
sense.
promise.
Yeah. You pulled a Bethesda, and you didn't have the swagger of Todd Howard's. He can get away with murder, and people will love him for it. They will say, Todd, you've done it again. You've committed another act of absolute treason, and we love you. And I'll never understand it.
To be fair, Todd
They
Howard
won't
could
say
commit
it. They
murder
won't say it
and
for
they would go
Skyrim,
with
but
it.
they'll absolutely say it for Fallout. Fallout people are already trying to beat down his door. Like, what have you done? Why have you done this?
And it will be repeating
I'll
again.
never work in this establishment again. But you know they'll buy it again. You know they'll buy another Fallout. It's just a matter of time. People will buy another Fallout.
Yep. And again,
This is just-
no one will stop. He literally stated he'll stop re-releasing Skyrim as long as people don't fucking buy it. He stated that. He legitimately stated that. And guess what? People are still buying it.
Still buying it.
And guess what? It ain't stopping anytime soon, Chief. Because people's like, okay, there's always the factors. There's the nostalgia. No, it's mainly the nostalgia. I'm going to be real.
It's nostalgia and the fact that the people who buy it, like the people who don't mess with the modding community or any of that stuff, are in the vast majority. And it's seen by those that have been keeping the game alive, which is aka the modding community. And those people then get interested and start delving into it and start making mods exclusive to that new branch of content on the same re-released game that you saw so many years ago. And that starts the need and desire to have that content, because if you don't, then you can no longer enjoy all the things that you were enjoying previously, because they're no longer supported. There's no update for them because the software isn't there. It's on a new wavelength. You gotta dial it back, and there's like a whole there's software issue where it's just like, if you don't have the specific update, you can't play the game.
Yep. Oh my
So it's
god.
like,
Just
so much goes into it. Todd Howard is a monster. I swear, he has like hands in the modding community that he's just fingering in there. He's just like, all right, now they have to.
No,
And
you know
they're
what's
in
the
my
worst
clutches.
part? Is whenever the poor bastards that end up getting the version that isn't possible to mod. There is a version of Skyrim that you can purchase and you can't mod whatsoever.
The Switch.
That's
the one.
I thought there
The
was another one
only
on
one.
PC that you couldn't. You had to get a specific version for modding.
All of the PC versions, to my knowledge, even the VR, can be modded. All of them. But the only one that can't be modded, because it's not an Xbox or PlayStation related thing, is the Switch version. All you get for the Switch is Legend of Zelda add-on. That's it. And you get to have fun with that. Nothing else.
It's like, well, shit.
Mm-hmm. It's a life in a land that we live in.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's fine, because what we got is so much better than that. That's
Friendship?
right. House of the
House
of the
Full circle.
and House of the Dead.
Now, minor question, since we're like to the subject. would there be
Yeah.
any game that we've completed before would ever want to come back to? That you feel like we didn't do it proper justice? Sonic Mania.
I mean, there is Sonic Mania. There absolutely is Sonic Mania. Hold on, we'll get a thing.
Oh. Sakura's getting the bat. I see. But
It's time for the bat once more. Yeah, no. Sonic Mania is definitely one, but it's not something that we've done and that we're coming back to. It's something that we're just now honestly and earnestly doing, as opposed to before where it was just something that was in the way at the time. And we were just like, yeah, we could eat.
Yeah.
You know? Now it's like, this is a legitimate thing that we can turn into something. Sonic Mania is on the list, right up there with Phoenix Heart.
All right.
But I kind of want House of the Dead as the centerpiece. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and that's fine. But that's why I made a little list in our little podcast hole, so that we can just in case we do our smooth brain moment and forget, we can at least throw it in there.
I appreciate it.
Because I'm gonna be realistic. Even with our two heads combined, we still only have a single brain cell. Not two, not three, just one.
Just the one.
Just the one.
And we will forget.
Yeah.
And I know it. I know it like the back of my hand. We'll forget.
Huh, wait, that's something new on the back of my hand.
It's like, huh. I only just now realized that I got this strange tramp stamp on my on the back of my hand. It's just kind of like a pampa at this point.
Alright, let me just put some of these down.
I think as far as content though that's coming forward on these Tuesday adventures, outside of my desperate plea for House of the Dead and VTM, what else do you got outside of Phoenix Wright and Sonic Mania?
Okay, I know this is going to be the biggest stretch since it's been literal years now.
Okay.
Alright, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
I want to finish Coffee Talk.
Gosh darn it.
I want to just be like, hey, we're finally done with it.
Alright.
If we it's like we said.
Son of a gun.
It's like I only say this so that we can at least end that chapter. And also, weirdly enough, it has a modding tool. Why? Why? It's just a fucking visual novel.
Favorite visual characters in these exotic modded characters? No. Screw the coffee. Look, I always wanted to put SpongeBob in a cafe.
And you just hear an audio cue going, ah!
I would be like, this is my great... When are we going to do more coffee tokens?
When we change the one elf's hair to blue and then I get to get angry about it.
Oh gosh. See, you say that, and later down the line, if we keep doing it and it becomes like a thing that takes a while, it becomes the shared whatchamacallit. What was a game that's between you and I that's taken 15 years and a century to
You really? Because I actually remembered. It was that crappy game that we kept going on and off about specifically because it's a crappy game. Outside of Half-Life 2, we don't talk about that specifically. We never actually finished that.
Yeah, no, screw that.
We gotta finish it though now.
No, we didn't finish Half-Life.
Did we?
Yeah.
But did we finish the episodes? I think we didn't.
We didn't do the episodes.
We, you know what that means.
No.
Yes.
No.
Half-Life 2 episodes. If we're ripping the Band-Aid, might as well rip it completely off of everything else we've said screw.
Okay, but what was the other thing? If we're doing that, what was the other thing?
I think I was referring to the game we completed already, and that was fuck. I just thought of it, and now the name is gone. I only know that it was one of the voice actors was the kid from Zack and Cody as. Fuck.
Cole or Dylan Sprouts?
I think so. Let me see. It was Fatal something. No, not Fatal. No, it's not Fatal. Cry of Fear. No, wait. Yes.
No. Yes.
Yeah, we did Cry of Fear. We hated that game.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
That was a horrible game.
We even dragged like fucking a Maya on that whenever we finally reached the end of that. I remember.
Yeah.
It was a horrible memory.
Horrible game.
And I don't understand. But, you know what? That's fine, because that means we have a list of other horrible games to go into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The list is gonna stretch. I mean, see, there's horrible, but then there's funny horrible. The House of Dead will be the funny horrible saga.
I know another one. Yeah. Okay, my big smooth brain finally made it existent. Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition.
We have to, for sakes of, even though I finished this finished the series myself on my old YouTube channel. There's still so much more content. There was fishing. There was side missions. There was so much incomplete stuff. And the ironic thing is, with the outside of unlimited ammo from like your pistol, you're supposed to stealth. Literally, the game was built to be a stealth game. But you could literally just unga bunga it with gun and knife. Because yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That puts a whole different picture in it for me.
Yep.
All right.
Because also, everyone forgets, but I never do. Deadly Premonition has a sequel. That makes no fucking sense to me.
But if it's not D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die.
Just because of that, now you have to play it while I commentate.
I'll never do this.
Too late, it's on the list!
Gosh darn it, Vincent.
I'm making the list and checking it twice!
Dark Dreams Don't Die seems like the detective narrative story to No More Heroes that was never canonically linked to one another.
Which was still weird but cool at the same time. It's kind of like how the Silver Case is. Oh! Sakura. Silver Case. It's gonna be so bad, but it's good bad. Cause Mr.
Case?
Yes!
Oh no.
You brought up something I saved for my repertoire. Cause there's the there's the normal one, which is the Silver Case, and then there's the 25th Ward, the Silver Case.
Look, if I have to do the Silver Case and D4, then you have to play Mad World. That's right. I remembered what that horrible Wii game was. Not horrible.
Mad World?
It was just that very odd game. Yeah, it's called Mad World.
Oh, bet.
And it predates another game that came out for the Xbox 360, which was this
I did want to play this.
cyberpunk fighting game.
Cyberpunk fighting game?
Yeah. Called something. It was something, and it was the most edgiest, most wonderful story.
Mad World. All right, Mad World on the list.
Mad World. Let me look up what preceded after Mad World. What came after?
Was it a Suda 51 game or?
It was made by the same people.
Okay, so Suda, because yeah, Mad World. I think. Wait, composer, designer. Oh no, it wasn't Suda 51.
Platinum Games who made that.
Yeah. So it's around the Platinum Games. Yeah. So it's the same people. Same people. Let me look at the Platinum Games list. You see. But the primary people that are at least always recognized in is Suda. So wait, am I? No, I'm thinking the right person. Cause there's Mad World, Infinite Space, Bayobuba, Vanquish. Ew, Anarchy Reign. Metal Gear Rising. I've actually never played Metal Gear Rising. Wonderful 101, Bayonetta 2, Legend of Wait, really? Oh, that's cool. Transformer Devastation, 8-bit Bayonetta, Star Fox Zero. Oh, I actually have this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan, which is a co-op game where you get to be the turtles. The game just gets stale though, so it's like, Nier Automata. Oh. Oh, Astral Chain. Oh wait, that's only on the Switch
Star
anyway.
Fox Zero.
Zero.
I think Anarchy Reigns was the one.
What?
Anarchy Reigns and Mad World are the same main character is there throughout both.
Damn it. Wait, let me.
Dude in his chainsaw arm.
Wasn't that Pee Pee Poo Poo though?
Anarchy Reigns? No, yeah. It's a hilariously terrible game.
Okay, fair enough. I'll do it.
But Mad World was actually amazing.
So it was available for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I do have my 360, so I'll probably see where I can get it that's not going to involve an arm and a leg.
Yeah, but you know, since you already have a legal copy of it, you can just use it on them newfangled emulators. It's crazy.
Fair enough.
Wild.
Yeah, no, I just have issues with trying to use the Xbox one because it's kind of pee pee poo poo. Unless we actually have a really good one. Oh, there it is. Wait, I'm curious on what the hell? They're like charging it for $17.
Jeez.
I'd still kill for a new PlayStation. I mean, like a used PlayStation 3 though, because I still have the Metal Gear Solid series, like the complete collection. That and Rising for the PlayStation 3, and ooh wee, I loved playing the first Metal Gear Solid, even though I forgot the circle button was the approve, not the deny button, because fucking Japanese button schemes where it's just like, oh, do you want to save X? Oh, that means you said no. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But it's fine. I'm not salty. I'm a little bit salty.
Speaking of salt,
Ugh.
how about them Elden Rings?
Oh yeah, that's a good transition actually. So, we'll go into that topic next. Let me change that since is that everything in terms of content that we'll just pretty much update and shit like that? Cool.
We'll just keep going forward with it every game or so that it's just kind of like a constant update and just kind of like a roundabout way of talking about the games that we're going forward with and if things change.
All right, let's go to our next subject. Elden Ring. I know I spelled it right. Shut up. I spelled it right. You're just
Elden
all blind.
Ring. Yeah. That's the one.
So, even though it is even though people say it's the worst or best, how's your feelings about Elden Ring so far?
Thus far, it will always be, because I haven't found a single reason to say otherwise, as of late, the most beautiful set piece kind of game. It's a wonderful painting of a game. Everything else, though, not really a fan whatsoever.
But would you say that's the best or worst Souls game?
As far as a Souls game is concerned,
like association, because I'm gonna be realistic. People just compare everything to fucking Dark Souls, but at least to the actual series.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like just in general, because there's just a bunch of Souls games out there at this point, but I feel like it's definitely not the worst. I've seen the worst. It's not that.
What would you say would be the worst, though?
The worst Souls game that I've ever played? I'd have to say, just on account of how it's handled, and I'm hoping that in this sequel that's coming out very soon, it's fixed.
What?
But Salt and Sanctuary is probably the worst one I've ever played.
Salt and Sanctuary? Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I never had an issue with Demon Souls, never played the remake, but I never had an issue with Demon Souls. It was like my introduction and what got me hooked on the adrenaline high that is a Souls game. One was a blur. I neither hated it nor greatly enjoyed it because it was just like in a time period where I wasn't really thinking about those kind of things. Two is a fever dream to me. Like it definitely happened, and I definitely know that I went through it all and I got super invested, but I can't remember why, how, or when. And I never did any of the DLC things. And then three, me and three don't speak anymore on Facebook.
I mean, to be fair, it's still iconic in my mind how we at least worked together in a little bit of it.
Yeah, no, I mean the Abyssal Watchers thing was probably the only thing that I'll constantly remember when you straight up took advantage of the game from behind.
I'm
And
sorry that the
I
net
was
play is
just
hot
like,
garbage, alright? I
it's
took
the
advantage
most
of it,
amazing.
but it was
The
so
Abyssal
funny.
Watchers and that one time we got invaded and we played Ring Around the Rosie with the invader until they got bored and left or died. I can't remember which. One of the two things happened, and it was the most obnoxiously wonderful thing because it was in that place in Dark Souls 3 where the enemies just kind of spawn in that graveyard over and over and over again.
I'm never gonna
Um,
forget now with that, plus what happened in fucking Elden Ring, where someone just waddled up to me while they were like, explosion. Wait, what?
the surprise attack.
I hated it so fucking much that he felt so accomplished for just blowing me the fuck up. And then you
Hyping
smacked his
ourselves
ass to his
over
death.
fighting Godric, and then
Yep.
someone was just like, Banzai! And then we're dead.
I hated that so much, but it's so iconic. That is actually the like it hurt so much it stuck. Hello, that's called trauma. I'm kind of traumatized from that. That and also
From, yeah.
Godric just I did not like him.
Yeah, he's a wall.
He's a wall that makes a lot of people quit.
I I've seen an unfortunate number of walls in that game, which is what again leads into my statement that yeah, no, I very much don't like much, if anything really, pertaining to Elden Ring outside of the gorgeous sceneries and to a lesser degree the character designs and story choices. Like all that stuff, dope, invested, immersive. Anything other than that though, I'd I wouldn't be playing the game if any of those things were lackluster. I can just tell you that much. I'd be like, well, I wasted money. I'll never play this again. Kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
what was that game that I have that I'll never play? Not once. It's offline, on stream, doesn't matter where. I'm just never playing it.
What the
Hold
fuck?
on.
Okay, I was gonna say what are you talking about?
It is a game that sits in my library
And
and
you stare
I
at it with intense hate.
intense, agonizing hate. Well, there's two. There's one that I have played, and that's the reason I feel that way, and then one that I uh have experienced before I bought. No, not before I bought it. I experienced something during the process of starting it up, and realized I made a glaring mistake. So the one is Brink. Oh, so many years
Oh,
ago.
I'm so sorry, Sakura.
It is a permanent stain on my psyche that I have that game.
I'm
Every time
so
I look at
sorry.
it, it's just like, yep, that's the thing I did oh so many years ago. It wasn't a nightmare. It wasn't something I'll wake up from. It is my reality. Mm, just know. And I'll never be able to do anything about it except hope and pray that it's just gonna fade away from thought. So at some point I'll stop referencing it and I'll never think of it again. Um, What the hell was the name of the game that causes me infinite fury, and I won't associate myself with it ever again? It was. Oh, there we are. So, despite the fact that I definitely played it, definitely beat it, me and Zero did it,
Mm-hmm.
I despise Streets of Rage 4.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That,
all together.
that was actually an actual surprise with that.
Like, I love, don't get me wrong, I love side-scrolling beat 'em ups. Just as much as the next guy, if not more so. But that game, it's pain. It's just, it's worse than any boss I've ever encountered in a Souls game. That's the wall right there. It's just,
Damn.
it's worse than that. And it's over time. It's not a specific enemy, it's not a specific area. It's the entire game is just teeth pulling madness created by some sick, twisted sadist to torture those who don't have the synapses time of uh, level 9 AI straight out of Smash Bros.
You know
I
what?
just,
Fair.
it's something that I won't do again, but you know what? The experiences I had, thankful only to Zero and those who were like highlighting certain things during the time of it being played. Those are the only good moments. Everything else, honestly, I don't want to remember at all.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my experience. It's just like Elden Ring, like, compared to everything else that I've done as far as a Souls game, it's passable. Passable because the areas that don't focus on gameplay are phenomenal.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
I definitely
most
agree. Honestly, even the glowing
just
trees does it for me. Like the
yeah.
scenery, the character designs for me also. Well, I mean not character customization. I mean like
Mhm.
outside of character customization. Like
Outside of looking at yourself, everything else is
don't
gorgeous.
worry, you just put on a helmet. You cover the ugly.
Even the outfits sometimes are just as ugly.
Yeah, I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. You can tell which ones they generally gave a shit about. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Which is funny but sad at the same time. Because everyone's waifu is the fucking Blue Witch.
Not mine.
I mean, that's fair enough. She my waifu, though. I'm into it. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm into it.
Only reason I care about that NPC in particular is because she's the gateway to the weapon that I crave. The weapon that I've used throughout every Dark Souls game, and every just Souls game that is from that was made by FromSoft, which is the Moonlit Greatsword in all of its varying forms and names. That's my baby. That weapon is just like it always calls it out to me in these Souls games, and I'll never be without it ever.
You know, and that's fair. I can respect
Mm.
that.
Meow like, I love her. I love her so much. She's so wonderful. I'm just like, eh.
That's a weapon. Like, it's just
That's a
innocent.
weapon in disguise. It's Xenoverse 2.
God damn it. God damn it.
I just want to use her to kill
Oh, no, she's not an object. Stop it, Sakura.
my.
But I'm trying to think. With my experience so far with Elden Ring, I've generally enjoyed it. So I like that, but at the same time, I get concerned, especially whenever people pop in. So that's why I was kind of very careful. Why are you two talking about the game I want? I hate you two. Kick. Get it, forehead.
Look, we just gotta talk about it.
We've both have. Okay, literally everyone on fucking Twitch, like all of my friends, all have it, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then eventually Soccer got it for me, and I was like, fuck. Now I have to play it, and now I'm gonna spend like streams on streams on streams of it. But I'm glad that I got it later down the line than some of the people that got it early, because there would be so many other people just watching like someone else's stream, or like try to play it themselves because they don't want to get spoiled. That's why, unless I ask, I always insist on, hey yo, do me a solid, don't spoil it or something unless you want. I'd love if I had a gerb. Don't worry, you can just enter provide a service. Oh, I've been unemployed for a month. Well, shit. I'm sorry to hear, but just be provide. God damn it! There's family guy. I hate it.
Just know, it's not technically a breadwinner because
It has a lot of flaws.
Oh no, I was about to say, as far as Twitch is a job, it's not a breadwinner unless you're a partner. But you are technically employed by Twitch.
Yeah.
As a streamer.
Yep.
There's all that legal mumbo jumbo in there that you work here now. They just don't pay you for it. You're a glorified intern until you get a partnership. Basically.
Yeah. I mean, there's also the other things like freelance service, voice acting, YouTube. Because, you know, if someone finds it interesting, you can get a service to it. It just takes a hot minute.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like the greatest caveat to that whole process is that they know what they're doing, and they know that at least for some of like the smaller streamers, they're pretty sure in their algorithms and how they've messed with their website that they won't get the specific like bump up in people unless just like 1,000, or not 1,000, but just like a flurry of streamers strong arm their communities into watching that specific person.
Yep.
The likelihood of anybody who's gone to affiliate from just being below that Twitch streamer is not getting partner anytime soon until, you know, the stars align and for some reason hundreds and dozens of people are constantly watching your service, which isn't always possible, if ever possible, because everybody's doing the same thing.
There is the oversaturation, and it is a battle on its own. The only thing I would still say is not treat people like legitimate competition, even if the mentality is there. But
oh yeah,
it ain't worth it at the end of the day. I'm gonna be real. Being how some people are out here, it's like goddamn.
Towards being upset with Twitch than it is other people's success, because that's just silly. What if you were being in a state like you were successful, like you were the person looking at
thing that's causing that, but there you go. Hello, we're live again.
Yeah, there we go. All right. I had to put down that disclaimer.
I'm just making sure nothing else is trying to update, because that's also. Yep. We're back. Hello, a dinosaur tale.
Space.
We're back from outer space. What was I doing? What was I doing?
Well, I was doing that in Metal Gear Style.
Yes. Snake. What?
I know what you were doing, Fang, but I had to tell everybody else that was just like, what happened to the stream? Why is it gone?
It's doing the back flap. the back flap. No.
Oh, the flap. So we're going with flash.
I was, but my brain smoothed it. It became super silky smooth style, you see.
it became the koala.
You calling me fat? No, I would never call anyone fat. Not ever.
Listen, we're all
Don't.
big bone until proven otherwise.
Alright,
There's
cool.
real big bones, if you know what I'm saying.
Big meaty bones. You could say unlimited boneworks.
Unlimited boneworks. But yeah, I guess just like returning back to it, just in relation to what you said, Fang, it's just like if I myself saw that, right, and you were just constantly getting rated by 1,200 people until they just gave you partner because that many people were watching your stream consistently, and you were just constantly getting those numbers.
Like, it'd be cool. I hope for the day to at least get like those double digits in the highs. But
yeah, but just like being spiteful over something like that, and it's like, why isn't that me? I'm doing all these things, and you see someone who's doing, like less than you, and they have nothing specifically special going on, but there's like 69 or whatever people watching, and you're just like, what? That's crazy. They're not doing anything. I have much better content, or whatever the case may be. It's like that doesn't help you or them. It won't help you complain about because it changes nothing. It doesn't solve your situation. It doesn't even provide like a battle plan to gain those numbers because it's Russian roulette with people's interests and content.
And it also depends on the game too. I hate to say it, but there are actual statistics and variables to a lot of things. There's a friend of mine that actually has a mod that tries to use the average view count plus the consistency of the amount of people that are watching, and they use that as a way to determine what would be good around what time and then what game. But not like trying to stay with trends exactly, but tries to see like, basically what exactly hits in the terms of statistics, what it's showing. Which I can see that, and I respect that, and then also respect how people at least have their grind to it.
I just don't like that. You see, once you become an affiliate, you see that sub button, and you get all hyped over it, and you're just like, "Wow, this is great! Now I have this means of getting income," and they gave me this whole deal thing that I'm signed up for, and then they slap you with reality. That's not there for you; it's there for them. The easiest way for people to finance your Twitch streaming,
legitimate sugar daddy,
should have, just straight up donations.
Yeah.
As opposed to subscription.
They're shitty services. Alright, I have to say it. I'm sorry, I love you, Twitch. Honestly, because I'm transitioning from YouTube to Twitch, I've made some very lovely people. It still is a headache with their system, and then also instead of giving you the full pay, they partial pay, and then just pay you like the next one. And I get the ideas because there are methods to even increase the likely chance of making it to the $100 threshold. Like you can increase ad time, you can do all these different things, but
it's just nasty.
Wholeheartedly,
it feels really nasty when you have all these people that are like, all right, I want to support my streamer. Instead of doing like one of those Prime things, I want to just full on throw my money out there, get like tier 3s or whatever the case may be, flashing around all these emotes because I just love the person I'm watching or whatever the case may be. If not enough people do that same thing, then what you did does not matter to that streamer. It only matters to Twitch because they now have your money.
They have your money.
That's where your money went.
And here's the funny fucking ironic thing. That they have this lovely flaw of, if you want to at least not watch ads, subscribe to the person. Then whenever someone's subscribe, there's still an ad. You know why? There's always that fucking additional option where you give money directly to Twitch. Not to the entertainer, just to Twitch. And they'll turn that off. And it's like, that's a heaping load of bullshit. I might be slightly misinformed, other than the fact that there is a system where you can just give money directly to Twitch, and it will not you don't have to worry about ads. And I don't know how. There's probably a proper ad block but they've made sure to at least kind of lock that down tightly to being like, oh, you want to watch a streamer on Twitch? No.
Yeah, no, even if you have any of the various ad blockers, they have like a little thing that gets through anyway. So no matter what, you're going to get an ad. Even if you don't want an ad, you're going to get an ad. And I could understand it, right? Like, I could understand the ads and the subscription service, because website still has to manage itself, and it can't do it for free, even though I think there are some that do that. The problem with me is that it's not fair play to the people that are bringing in their income on this platform.
Yep.
It's like, if you're going to be doing that, don't just start giving sweet little sugar cookies to those who finally made it to partner through sheer grit and determination. To give everyone, if once they hit that affiliate point, give everybody their fair shot to get funds the same way you're getting funds. Pay them out in not, I guess you can't do an even split because there's so many people streaming on Twitch. Twitch would go bankrupt.
No, here's a funnier thing. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, go ahead.
Here's a funny thing that I've learned in the Twitch, not even Twitch, just VTuber community. That they've got, like, a lot of people have gained this using this simple tactic, and that's hyping up their models, their content, in the sense of, oh, we're just hyping this up. Oh, you want to see what the character design is? And people eat that shit up because the visuals. A lot of people enjoy the visuals. It's like trying to unlock a video game character. And they use that hype, and once that Twitch comes out, a lot of people at least get that. There are exceptions to that, like, statement, honestly. But from what I've seen and how people have played the game, because, you know, sadly enough, the Twitch side is the game. You're playing this really twisted game, because I'm not going to say it's like, I'm not going to say it's like straight and bare bones. No. There are a lot of people that will use people, that will try to use certain methods, like the whole fucking hot tub streaming. To me is fucking silly, but to others will eat it up because they know what they're doing. They know what they want.
Yeah.
Either degeneracy or anything like that. That's why
OnlyFans requires me to pay money. Twitch is free. Hot tub stream all the way. It's a sad but true fact.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. At some point, I'll just put my PNG and a JPEG of a kiddie pool and call it a hot tub stream just to see how many people show up.
No, and I'm gonna let you know, or like say, like have something in the tag, cause like I remember someone tried to advertise their Twitch of being like, oh, give me your best pickup lines, and people came in to do the best of pickup lines, but then they stayed for the content creator. Because there's always those factors with that too, with the content creators and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, yeah, it's there's so many fucking factors, but also making the connections you do. There's always, I hate to say it, networking as well. If you know someone to know someone, like I've gotten to meet people through other people, and to me, it's honestly been a blast, and I'm happy to know these people. But then there's the other percentage of people that are out here being like, hey, yo, I'm only here so that we can get more content and clout. And yes, that leads into the terminology of clout chasing and also that and drama and yada yada. You get the whole song and dance.
Popular. Any means necessary.
Yeah. Some people kind of go over the top with that ideology too. And it's not really... That's why you see a lot of people get canceled a lot because of the shit like that, though. Like, oh, yeah. I want to be friends because I think they're cool. Like, honestly, with me, I like making all the friends I have. And whenever I lose contact with them, it does make me sad. I won't lie. It's just sometimes some people do always expect you to always keep in contact or try to poke them whenever you know that you have your own shit going on. And then some people don't understand that, and then will like kind of phase out of existence. Wow, this has completely deviated
It
from.
was leading into the other topic that I had in hand, which was Twitch.
Oh, well, yeah. Twitch is kind of stupid. It's very much stupid.
We can talk about it a bunch, and I know it's like screaming at a wall. It doesn't matter how many times you do it, the result remains the same.
Yep.
Nothing happens. But I don't know. It's therapeutic to me to just put it out there that that's where if anyone ever asked where I stand with Twitch, it's there on the other side. I don't appreciate the practices. I think there's probably a better way to go about getting finances, especially with all the places that they kind of like cut corners and don't really travel down on account of like them implementing that whole you can't play certain forms of music or media. Well, the media thing was forever, but like certain forms of music without getting your stream muted, so that they don't get sued by every Tom, Dick, and Harry that doesn't want free publicity for that specific song because
they want money. They don't want free publicity. They want those funds in their face right here, right now.
It's just like I feel like I'll never understand that, but that's a topic for a different lifetime because that one is that's a spiral that has no end.
And then it's not the cool haha funny anime spiral. It's
a depressing, derailing, perpetual hell. So it's a bullet hell, but without any of the satisfaction that you get from the adrenaline and endorphins of surviving a bullet hell.
There's no serotonin in it, just despair.
Just despair. It's
unless you're into that. Then let it go, Sakura. Let it go.
That game. And that stinking game creator, I have no love in my heart for. You could have just said, no, I won't stoop to their level, I won't be petty. 2 is where I stand. You can
2 in the animation, or just 2 the game?
To the game itself is just like, you didn't have to do it. You did not have to make that game. You could have just left it at 2, and people would just have to deal with it. Danganronpa 2. I heard it was a great game. I heard 1 and 2, fantastic.
Yeah, good stories.
Completes a story.
Yeah.
Like, nobody really cares about the Ultra Despair girls because they don't matter. But 1 and 2 is where it's at. They made some series over it. Good stuff. 3, you did not have to do it. It's not a canonical thing. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just, how petty can I be with the game that you wanted so badly for me to create? Here's how petty. None of it matters. Everything that you've been doing is just to make these characters suffer, and you're a monster. Also, you suck, and here's why, in these varying reasons why, and like all these characters show up at the end. It's like, you didn't need to do that. None of that stuff matters. If you want to make a hate message towards the fans that have just been derailing you and causing stress, there are easier ways. Go on Twitter.
Like, in all honesty, he could have just disregarded it and let it be. Even if he was, possibly forced into doing a sequel, to let it be done under his terms without coming off as like, oh, fuck all of you. I'm going to be a big child about it.
Yeah, because the people who actually liked your stuff and didn't care if you made another game are now like, wow, I got this one because I was like, all right, I guess he made another game, and this one's just the conclusion. Nope, it's a slap in the face, and you signed yourself up for it.
Yep.
Enjoy.
And you know what's the worst part? There's still talks about a sequel. Well, I mean, okay, so there's a technical sequel for the Switch, but it's a spin-off sequel where...
Yeah, the Tribe 7 thing, right?
No, not Tribe 7. Tribe 7's game has yet to be announced, but Tribe 7 as an anime got released. They're still planning on doing it, but it's just no announced date for the game. Literally, they just kind of gave a hardcore focus on the anime. And then they're planning the webtoon next, and then the video game eventually. So it's kind of a weird setup they're doing with Tribe 7. But it's there.
Yeah.
And there's been some good voice actors, at least on the English side, that are at least a part of Tribe 7. So I have respects in that sense.
I feel like as far as that gaming content is concerned, uh, I just don't appreciate that in particular, like that stretch of land that
Oh,
we all have to
you're
kind of go
approaching
through.
me.
Oh shit! Hi, Shannon.
Oh. So, Shining,
How was your video games?
the fried onion rings.
Onion ring. But what the fuck else is I thinking? But
This is just in general, just like I feel like that. The reason I made the whole comment in particular is just to attribute it to the the scummery that is also seen in Twitch, where it's just like some of it feels really petty, a
yes,
different kind of petty,
yes,
but the same formula of like we can be petty and there's nothing you can do about it, and you will use this content and use this platform despite what we're doing to you. It's like, I hate it, but you're right.
Oh, actually, I forgot to tell you. There was a more recent thing where, okay, we all know Lythero. Lythero, for those that don't know, is a commonly recognized in the fighting game community, amazing editor, and also he just makes a lot of good lobby shenanigans YouTube videos.
Yeah, and I'm also sorry to hear that, China.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear, Shannon.
We're actually having a conversation about that particular thing in general.
Yeah. What was I thinking? Oh yeah. So he got a DMCA from Twitch over nothing. Over a specific Twitch stream. Over a specific beginning bit of the introduction of the stream. That's saying that that he played copyrighted music, but within that time frame of 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
There was absolute silence in that beginning bit. There was no music, no nothing. In those 15 fucking seconds of the introduction and what Twitch sent him a DMCA, there was no audio.
Huh.
Yeah. And he had to, like, he made that public too. Where it was just like, hey yo, so they said I got a DMCA over silence, and it's just like, what the fuck? Wait, actually, let me see my boy.
Stream too silent. I cannot believe you did this. This goes against all of our rules. Please stop using the software right now.
I'm trying to see.
Kid you not, man. I'm 3 seconds in my brain from just being like, you know, Twitch, I see where we stand in the sand. I'm just gonna look elsewhere. I'm just gonna look for something else. I'll even, I think I mentioned this as a joke before, that I would just go and use Steam's streaming service and like their community instead of Twitch, just because I don't want to be associated anymore. I don't like what they do. I don't like where we stand to them compared to everyone else.
Yeah, but I just feel like no matter where you go, there's gonna always be that crap.
Exactly, which is why I haven't left yet. Until I find one that doesn't have that, I have to stay here, because why would I go someplace worse and get far worse content if I could just remain here?
I mean, I feel like no matter you go, you're gonna always have some stupid ass issue, and it's dumb. It's generally dumb, but that's why we try to make well with
all
what
I
we
gotta
have.
do is go on Nixer, all right? Can do it. Can be the next ninja. Listen, hear me out.
Ugh. But are you gonna at least be like, oh, that's why you don't play with female gamers?
Oh gosh, can be the better ninja.
Like, if I know we give people shit, but I do generally wish people well that don't generally deserve the bullshit. I'm gonna give actual people that do deserve like absolute shit, of course. So, like, you know, hey, you're trying to make a living, you're trying to survive. There's some people that can at least make a living and do what they can while also holding a job. But it's really hard. It's really hard to at least do the stuff you like, but as long as you still like it. At the end all be all, long as you enjoy things, like if you enjoy streaming, keep at it. Like, I'm not gonna fucking stop if someone literally says, oh, hey, yo, dead ass stream is dead ass dead. Fucking quit, loser. Because there's people that actually get bullied for that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Could never understand it. Could never understand that.
It's like, whatever. I'm gonna at least keep doing this. As long as I am moving, breathing, and able to at least keep doing some streaming. I ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
That is called filled with determination.
So what you're saying is, despite how left side you became with Undertale, you still embody the spirit of Frisk.
Shut up.
Nah, that's true.
Shut up.
It's that truth serum, my guy.
It's because I've always been Chara.
You've always been Frisk. You just didn't know it.
Murder. Just murder. I would like to commit murder. Fuck. Now I'm losing track of what I was thinking as well. But okay, I couldn't.
No, you were still stuck on the.
I couldn't find the tweet.
Not stuck on, but like hanging on to the comment of just not understanding people bullying Twitch streamers that don't have a lot of people compared to others.
Yeah, it's kind of also pretty fucked just in general whenever people go in, talk shit, and then leave. Because I actually saw that with a friend, Bard, the magical Bard. And a guy just went in and be like, "What's this? This is anime. Oh, I like IRL more." And it's like, okay, that's fine. Why the fuck are you here? Are you here to talk shit, or are you just here to just be here? Which eventually led that guy to being timed out. So it's just like, whatever. You gotta love whenever people are just plainly showing up to at least get a reaction.
Listen, the community varies so much on Twitch. It goes from a bunch of wonderful people that are decent in like an environment that you feel you would be just happy to just have that, either the background, the foreground, doesn't matter where, you just feel good in that space, to you feel like you walked into the combination, like the cesspool of Reddit, Twitter, and every Riot Games, like League of Legends community combined into one horrible YouTube comment section live.
Yep.
And the streamers don't care because there's like 1,000 people watching them. So what does it really matter in general? But just like you watching that, you're just like, I gotta go in the opposite direction now. I'm not safe here. Any one of these people could stab me just from looking at them.
Yep. And it's silly. Oh, and also I found the tweet I was looking for. So this was, okay, this is just going back to at least whenever Lythera was being screwed over by Twitch. Being like, this is from Lythera. Hey, at Twitch support. You've just messed with my settings as a warning to not stream copyrighted music. The email claims I streamed Harvest /Famine and kicked down the doors within the first 16 seconds. The first 16 seconds of my stream was completely silenced, by the way. Very concerning. Very cool, you know?
That's silly.
Yeah. But then, so then that also leads back to whenever people can also send out fake DMCAs as well.
You can send out anything fake these days.
Yep, and get away with it.
Some of them are used to fish for your information, and others are just there to make you look.
Oh god, it kind of reminds me of the Vic Mignogna. A whole era of Vic getting
the Vic
bumblefucked.
Thing will never be a thing that I will appreciate to any regard, just because so many people, and I mean an unprecedented amount of people, believed the allegations, and when it finally came to a head that the man was telling the truth and he did nothing wrong,
that no one said sorry.
Not only that, they literally ruined his career and his life.
Yep.
That's You can't take it back,
Yep.
and you know you did wrong, and you
Yep.
don't even attempt to try to take it back. Like, Funimation was done with him. Rooster Teeth, done with him.
To be fair, Rooster Teeth got bought over by I think Warner Brothers.
Funimation? Oh.
No. That'd be too nice. No, they got bought over by I think Warner Brothers. Wait.
Dang. That'd be interesting.
Let me see. Yeah. Oh my god. Acquired.
For how much?
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
So for $7 million.
Let's see. Who currently owns Rooster Teeth? The company is owned by Matt Hullum. Rooster Teeth has a division called Achievement Hunters, which produces most of the gaming content. Rooster Teeth's YouTube channel is currently blah blah blah. Okay, I don't care about that, but Rooster Teeth has a massive global footprint of more than 45 million subscribers, yada yada. The company was founded in 2003 and is a subsidiary of the Otter Media, a Warner Media company. So technically, yes. So Warner Brothers kind of has their little hands in it. It's like, let me touch that. So
I don't appreciate it. Like, of all the things that happened to that guy, if some of it was warranted, I could kind of understand and cope with, but just none of it was. And I think after a while, it's just kind of been swept under the rug at this point. It's just a scab now. It's not even a wound. It's just a scab that man just has to carry for the rest of his days. I think he's getting work again, though.
Let me double check. So that falsely accused 2019. From anime, while harassment allegations keep going. Oh, here's a Reddit page. I'll at least double check this. Allegations and him suing information. He'll do a lot of work. Jesus, people are just outing him, being like, "Oh no, he was an asshole, anyways." What the fuck? Well, aren't most people assholes, anyways?
And they still have their jobs.
Yep, and get away with it too. After both of the claims of harassment, both voice actors and convention attendees, he was blacklisted from doing voice work for Funimation. He's still blacklisted, apparently, so doesn't mean he's technically out of the game. He could technically do freelance work, so it's not an impossibility. So,
easy. Seriously, that's just.
Yep.
That's insane that they can do that.
Yeah. It's okay, it's a weird thing, but it's also possible even anywhere else. Like, you can get blacklisted on Twitter of all fucking things. Where it's called quote unquote shadow ban. You can get shadow banned from some stupid tweet.
It's wild. But yeah, that's me just grinding against the wheel. But other than the Twitch though, we had something much more light and sunshiny to discuss.
Oh, what was I gonna go back to? Oh, right. I think another thing that I thought I was also wanting to bring in was whenever people try to go into a person's stream and backseat, that gets on my actual fucking nerves. Unless you're asking for help. And then people kind of like dig their skin into it. I know I shouldn't, but here's my little vent where someone came in and I was casually playing. It's like, oh, you want help? Oh, I see you're such a low level compared to me. I know I'm slightly exaggerated, but for the simple fact that you go out of your way to at least taunt a person that's still just trying to casually play it versus someone that at least going hard into it, just don't be a dick.
There were 999 levels in Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Ever. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yep. You can go 999 and then that's it. After that, because honestly, it's just redoing certain like missions or at least doing it over because there's like a scale. And once you pass that, it'll just keep going once you at least do hunts or at least join other people's hunts.
It seems like so much pain though. Like to get to that hunter range, it feels like you just kind of have to beat your head against every monster. I mean, it's fun, so there's that, but just like the same ones over and over again, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I'd have the mental stamina.
I think it's just because people are like, there's that certain level of passion behind it too. That if you're passionate, cool. It's like how people like the players of League of Legends like to play League of Legends, even though they can be the equivalent of toxicity itself. The definition. There are exceptions, of course, definition. But yeah.
I wanted to say to myself, well, it's different now. It's probably a little bit better. You know, people are coming to that point of realization that there's no reason. No. Literally nothing has changed. Literally nothing has changed.
And the sad part is, and the sad realistic part of that is, it's not going to change. Even if we advocate, let there be change, let there be positivity. There's always going to be the percentage of people that get off to the idea of like, you know, hey yo, we don't give a fuck. Your pain is my like entertainment, and if someone gets salty and they react to it, we win. So that's why you're just like
backseating will continue to exist.
Yeah,
throughout the eras.
Or especially if you're a streamer.
I mean, I feel like backseating is a thing that it goes past streaming, just like in general. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever done it literally from the backseat. I mean, that's how I feel like that's how it's come about. But like, anyone in my current life that has had that situation where someone's in the backseat telling them how to drive, or whatever the case may be. You're doing it wrong. Turn a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like the idea of it is so strange. What you have not made and maxed out 3 profiles. Clearly, you require my divine assistance to progress. Yeah, it's like. In what way did I say while I was saying, man, I love how the Rathalos just does this weird thing with his stomach? Did you interpret? Yes. I require you to tell me every facet of how this creature works and operates. I want to know its weaknesses. I want to get inside its head. I want your help right now, because I'm a weak baby.
I'm a weakling that deserves to at least be please step on me. Please do it.
Listen, that's my masochistic tendency when it comes to Elden Ring. That's how I still play it. I just look at the boss, I'm like, alright, what are you gonna do to me? I need to know. Even the gory bits. Tell me what she'll do to me.
I mean, that's why I kind of stay adamant on the idea of, like, long as other people are cool with it, that someone can join. But at the same time, long as they're not trying to dictate what I do. Basically, don't tell me what to do unless I ask, hey, yo, can you help me out with this? I'm going to be very annoyed if someone tries to just purposely push their agenda onto me. I think a lot of people would get that, but a more greater percentage of people are going to be shy, being like, yeah, thanks. I get tired of it. Like, at this point, I'm just like, yo, chill. Yo, I don't, like, thank you, though. I very much appreciated that you offered, being like, hey, yo, can I play with you? That's a different story. If they're like, oh, can I just play with you? Because, you know, you seem cool. I want to be too against that as a mentality instead of, oh, let me carry you, little one. That's the level of just
it's on my back.
Yeah.
Go fly, small child.
And then just child looks at you. Bitch, I never asked.
I can walk. I swear I can. Just watch. Look, here, I'm doing it right now. No. You're not walking, you're crawling. Here,
let me show you the appropriate way. Oh god, then it leads into metas. Where people are like, you're not doing the meta right.
I think that's kind of why I got turned away before I even began with For Honor, because I couldn't. Not even For Honor. Like, I mean, that is the main reason why I never played that game, even though I was very excited and amped up for it, because I love uh, medieval games in that regard.
I'd still say we should
Um,
just tackle it, just the two of us, to be fucking
I
stupid.
might go about it because it looked kind of interesting to me. But the thing that I think is the easiest way to say it in regards to like that mentality and specifically transitioning that into like backseating metas is Yu-Gi-Oh! That's why I got out of the game.
I mean, I
I
could see
just
why. Jesus Christ, the current stuff with the
I
current meta, I fucking am just like,
It's no longer a fun activity. It's mostly just how can I talk trash to you while also simultaneously trying to ruin your day by doing all these things that will lead to one singular turn of gameplay on my end, not yours. You don't get to play. One singular turn on my end of showing you all these cards before I win the game. And I'm just
yeah.
like, bravo!
Or the
You did
fucking one move
it!
decks where it's just first turn, dead.
Yeah.
It's not even Exodia. It's just, oh, I have a monster. You know what its ability is? You lose.
Do you know
You
what
fucking
duel
lose.
means? Do you understand what a duel is? Have you no shame at your
Actually,
core?
it also reminds me whenever there's still IRL Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. A
Mm.
man got caught cheating because he tried to play a sleight of hand. And then the funny thing is there was a camera above to watch the card game, and people caught him use that sleight of hand. That motherfucker got automatically banned from that.
And that's why we can't have the fancy things that happen in Japan where people get giant three-dimensional monsters for the viewing public while the two people play the card game. We can't have nice things because people are scummy.
Yeah. Actually, it
Scummy little
reminds
scumlords.
me. There was a guy that was actually working on a legitimate 3D and 3D
He's still
hologram.
going.
Is he?
Yeah, he's still going.
After all the dude, it's been like years.
Yeah, he's still going.
What the fuck? I fell off and I thought, oh, maybe he's just doing something else.
Nah, he's still going.
Oh my god, he's going to be the Maximilian Pegasus of our universe.
He might just be that, or he'll at some point get to the stats where he can be the Seto Kaiba.
Oh my god, stop. No. That's just the motherfuckers that are out here spending all their money in Duel Links. Or Duel
Not Duel Links anymore.
Masters,
It's Duel-
whatever.
Yeah, it's now Duel Masters. I think that's what it's still called.
Ah,
Hold
fuck,
on,
I
I gotta
remember.
look. I gotta look up my Yu-Gi-Oh! Now look what you made me do. Look what you've done to me. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, not Duel Masters. Master Duel.
It sounds the fucking same at this point.
Duel Master sounds like one of those other card-based anime games. I forget which one, but I'll always remember this like it's a fever dream because no one can validate it for me or vouch for it. But there was this anime where they summon these giant like monsters in the same way that you'd see in like a card game, but they were just like once the monster was out of whatever they used to summon it, it was just there fighting. And like the main character, as many of the main characters in these card games have, had
Bullshit
this
powers?
crazy dragon. No, just like they always have the main character of these card games, or like even Bakugan, where the main creature is a dragon. Whatever.
Reminds
it
me of
is, dragon.
Beat-em-un, where the fucking launcher of like marbles was a sentient Beat-em-un that could fly.
And you know what it was? A gosh darn dragon. Every last one. Think about it. They're all dragons. How
Oh my
many, except
God.
for Jaden, I guess. How many creatures
He had a dragon,
in the
I thought.
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, but that was like his main thing. He was
He had
all about
a
heroes.
interesting, also card girlfriend, boyfriend, non-binary being.
That was just the bad side of him, apparently.
But eventually became friends,
Yeah, they
partners.
reunited.
They kind of, it's a weird dynamic relationship they have.
They fused into each other.
Oh, so that would you? No, I'm not gonna. Nope. That's a really big stretch, even though it is what it sounds like.
They became one. They married.
Intercourse.
Oh, it was the marriage, the honeymoon, and the ever after all in one. It was crazy. In fact,
And then the divorce, and then they got back together.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
God.
terrifying. But yeah, like every single main character of like all these card games has a dragon. They just do, except for like the small minority. They all
Yeah.
have dragons. But
Oh,
this one in
God.
particular, I just don't know. It's something that started with a B. I know it. That or it was B or D was
I
the
know
beginning of it.
there was one where it technically counts as a card game, but it was super weird. It was chaotic.
Hmm.
Did you know that's actually apparently gonna come back?
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, we should. If we have things like Overwatch and League of Legends and all these other things, it should come back because it was the original version of all those things before they took flight. Well, no, I think Chaotic was around the time of League of Legends, maybe. It might have been.
It was back then, back in the old days. I know that its show was coming back. The only thing is the people that did this show versus the card game wanted more money out of it, so that's why it disappeared for so long. Because of money grubbing.
Money grubbing. It's how everything disappears.
Yep, but it's supposed to return like a reboot card game.
What?
Yeah, they're planning on making a reboot. Yeah,
because
the show wasn't bad actually.
It wasn't bad, but it had like the same animation budget and team as friggin' Total Drum Island and like 16 and all those other ones, where it's just like you can very much tell.
Also, the main voice actor was Sonic.
Wow, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. He just had the most ordinary look that I've ever seen in a protagonist, I think. Do you remember the main character's look?
Yeah, he was just he was like a Goten
guy.
He was like more adult Gohan kind of hairstyle. Like
I gotta look at him again. I gotta look at this man again.
Card game main character, because his main character was Maxinor or something. No, wait, let me correct because it was weird because the animation team eventually went from Total Drama Island animation to 3D. I mean, to like a more crafted and refined detail as he slowly started changing to like full on anime mode. Like,
yeah, I see it now.
What's your opinion on future card buddy? I tried. I stopped caring after a while. Like, legitimately, don't get me wrong. It looked interesting to me. It kind of reminded me of Duel Masters because I was an avid fan, and honestly, I would love to at least have me and Sakura go over old card game video games because I think that would be fun to do. And us trying to figure out how to play them.
There's some that I don't know, man. It's a scary world out there. Look, I'll never ask you to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you never ask me to play Magic the Gathering.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm more saying like those story-driven ones. Never the online shit. No.
Never
I
online.
am kind of like for example, Yu-Gi-Oh does have a PSP game, Tag Force or Tag something, where you can pick a member from the GX universe, and you and them at least go through the school and like go into, you know, either tag duels or single duels. And it was before the whole stupid system of like pendulum and directional pad, or I fucking forgot what the rest of them were called. I don't mind that because at least that's the era kind of like you and me have been in, that we don't be like, hey, fuck this setup, this is all trash. I don't care anymore. It's like, I don't care anymore. But there are games like there was Duel Masters. I will at least stand on this hill and die on that hill saying that was a good card game video game. That was actually fun to me to at least play, even though I had no fucking idea what I was doing. I was just standing there like a big dumb baby and going goo goo gaga.
One does.
But how is everyone doing in chat? I hope you are well, and I'm happy to see so many lovely faces here chilling and chatting. Also, low key, it's weird because the animation got better. Because I'm gonna send it what main character from Chaotic was. There was like the before, and then he becomes this after. Wait, where the fuck?
As you show them, I will be right back.
Oh, okay. I will stall because I need to get spaghetti.
Thank you.
Okay. As for my personal opinions, at least on card games, I like card games. They're fun to me. Like, to me, whenever I generally start liking legitimate cards, I mean, okay, let me correct that. I did like Yu-Gi-Oh! I still like Yu-Gi-Oh! Just not the current stuff. Like the old stuff. I'm sorry I'm sounding like a fucking hipster. But, the current stuff, I'm kind of like dead on the inside with it. And yeah, no, it was just... sorry, responding to a message. Like, with my own personal experience of what I've played, I like Magic the Gathering still. I've played Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, a little bit of Pokemon, but the video game version. The Duel Masters. I don't know if I still have the cards. I might have thrown them away. But the Buddy Fight cards, I think. No, it was Vanguard. Vanguard was the game. The card game I was. Buddy Fight, I think I was 50-50. But I think I just thought it would reminded me of Digimon. Let me confirm. Buddy Fight though. Because I don't mind. I'm not a picky person exactly whenever it comes down to this series. I'm just like, eh. People like what they like. I'm out here just here to vibe. Look at these. Look at these. I mean, I hope there's some people that noticed that they did do a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically, where the system's like Russia dude. So you're I don't know the exact what the fuck is that system. So I'll probably look at it and just be like, I don't care. We out here, we being wild, you see. Fuck, what am I thinking? No, I got nothing from that. But yeah, no, just I do. That's why I'm thinking about doing like these little series with Sakura of video game card games to be one of the stream series, since I know it is possible to even just stream people's like video games off Discord, even though it can be a pain in the ass sometimes. But with the little test, like basically with me and Satsumi playing, for those that don't know, Satsumi Shiro's lovely little ghost VTuber that is a good friend and has a lovely voice in my personal opinion. But anyways, continue on. That I feel like it is possible to even just play through single player games, either as co-commentary or just playing alongside someone. It is tricky, don't get me wrong, but I do see it possible to at least do in terms of content. Because content. I gotta love content. Ooh. Yeah. What was I? Oh, I don't know why it led in. I think it was just because me and Taka were talking about card games too. But yeah. If you appreciate the content, it's always enjoyed. Don't be an asshole to your content creator. Show love. And yes, whenever we sometimes ask for suggestions, it is appreciated. But don't be an asshole about it. You can... I know there's some people that are okay with also being bullied as well by your chat, but there's that other percentage that can sometimes be really hurt by it. So, be aware that some things can hurt the fifis of others, which, you know, it should be common sense, but it's just like, no. That's too hard, you see. That's too hard to at least show love and respect. You know, it's like, I love and respect Sakura. It doesn't change the fact that I'm going to bully the shit out of him. And it'll be vice versa. Always and forever. As I'm trying to stall for time because I'm hungry and there's food downstairs. Why is there a mushroom with... Oh, this is a wrinkled mushroom. Alright, I'm also looking at things. I think we will also talk about the new Sonic voice actor that's going for... By the way, it's time to talk about voice actors again, even though we already did talk about it. But I'm pretty happy to see that, you know, even though it's cool to at least have the same voice actor, it's also good to have transition in voice acting as well, because, you know, giving people opportunities. One person, the lovely Devin Mack, is actually going to be the new Sonic. I think he was also... I'm not too sure. Wait, let me double check. Devin Mack. Because I know a lot of people are going to be aware of his, since he's also a content creator outside of just that. He has done plenty of things. He is just voice acting as Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Prime, which is the current new series for Sonic shows for people to watch, and just basically give him money. Give them money. Show support to your voice actors of the English kind. Oh, wait, he was Mr. White from Johnny Test? Yo. Dino Ranch, Clover, Around the World in 80 Days, Dumb Scorpion. Oh, hi, hon. Welcome home. Welcome home, the lovely Stratoy. And yeah, no, it's pretty cool to at least see these, like, I myself wish to one day become a English dub voice actor in those higher end content. I do know that I need to at least get better in terms of voice actor, meaning I have to actually take classes. So I want to at least make it a goal, because I do want voice acting as my legitimate career outside of streaming. To strive to at least have something that makes one happy. So I'll probably look into it, because I do want to get better equipment as well. Actually, if anyone actually has good recommendations for microphones for voice acting, I would love to hear that. Because I know people at least use different types of microphones. I'll probably put one for my throne, actually, for a better microphone. Because I know people at least... I need to at least re-educate myself in terms of a condenser microphone versus a dynamic microphone. So there's also that. There's a lot of things you can at least learn, especially whenever it comes helpful for voice acting, and also audio video management for things like that. And I honestly wish to at least do better, because honestly, for me, a lot of the content I've made, even from Danganronpa to any other visual novel, to even to before I even got into binary, I have put a lot of passion between my voice. And whenever, I see that as an amazing thing that I'm still proud of is a moment in V3 that whenever myself and another at least did this one scene, and I adored it because for me, I love being the character, no matter how well or how crappy a game is. I adore that. So one day, I'm going to probably consider that as a good focus for one of those days. But yeah. So, also, I hope you get a chance to rest well, hun. Get some nom noms, get some snackies. Chillin', relaxy. Ooh. Wait, best microphone soundproofing. And space that still has some. Only your voice actor, and coach. Ooh. Sorry, I'm looking at the possible future microphones I might be getting because I want a better microphone because Blue Yeti's been nice, but this thing's gathered dust and I need to get ready to replace it soon. Just in case I don't want the worst case scenario situation. But I need to at least start looking because I know I occasionally go on and off from staring at microphones too. Mic brand, warm audio. Okay, whatever. Oh. And look at things. The best microphones for recording at home. Ooh, home recording microphones. The Shure SPM's 7.6. I hope, the one thing I also see too is the constant hope of being able to entertain people. Like if you're here and you like whenever I talk about something, I'm glad to at least be able to entertain you. I hope and strive to always continue being everyone's content creator and or labeled entertainer. Not VTuber, not YouTuber, not streamer, just entertainer. If I entertain you, that means the absolute world to me. I always like to emphasize that. Okay. But anyways, as we stall for time, what the fuck else are we talking? Yeah, so it's cool to at least see like another new voice for Sonic because you see. Let me double check Sonic voice actors because there has been a list of Sonic voice actors. So the list honestly goes on. So from like the Sonic 2 movie, we have Ben Schwartz. Wait, what is that? No. That show the non-English voice actor. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Ben Schwartz is known for the Sonic. Oh, okay, and he was also Leonardo. So, we're gonna at least go down the line from current to like previous. So Ben Schwartz, he is from the Sonic 2 movie, and also obviously the Sonic. Was he in the Sonic 1 movie? I'm assuming. So we're basing this off assumptions. Then there's the Tails tube of Sonic the Hedgehog, known as Roger Craig Smith. He was also recognized for tail tubes, Sonic Frontier, Sonic Rise of the Wisp, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, Sonic, Cookie Run Kingdom, so mobile games, Sonic and the Olympics, fucking Chow in Space Sonic was also Roger Craig Smith. There's just a really good list, as you can hear, that even the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate one was again Roger Craig Smith. If I mispronounce it, I'm sorry, but it's really cool that people will recognize you the most for the long-standing voice acting area for just like an iconic character, like, you know, because as I learned from a good quote from Overlord, is that you put your soul into a character, and that means the absolute world. That it shows, especially with emotions and actions with it. So, God, Roger Smith has gone through a lot of them, like Sonic Free Riders, Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors, Mario and Sonic in London 2012 one, Wreck-It Ralph, Sonic Lost World, Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed. The list goes on, but then there's even the previous the previous voice actors for Sonic, like Jason Griffith, who did it in Sonic All-Star Racing, the original one, Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Winter Games, Sonic Night of the Werehog, Sonic and the Black Knight, the Sega Superstar Tennis, Sonic Unleashed, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games for the 2007 game, Sonic Rivals 2, Sonic Rush Adventures, Sonic and the Secret Rang.
Sonic and Sonic.
Oh my god,
That's
there's
right, Sonic Generations.
Actually, Generations was
It had Sonic and Sonic. You just transition between the two of them.
Yeah. No, I like that basically if you get the role of Sonic, one, you're guaranteed at least a long-lasting career path as the main voice actor. And two, you basically have an avatar state of being Sonic. There's a really big line.
That's kind of like striking gold right there.
Yeah, like
up there with being, well, for the longest time, being Wolverine. As like the voice of Wolverine.
Or even Robert Downey Jr., where he basically just manifested himself as Iron Man. That if they would try to replace him all the same, it'd be impossible. I'm going to be realistic. It will be, once they eventually will at least try to bring something else, it's going to be the absolute hardest thing to replace it.
They'll try.
They'll try, yeah, no, like, definitely. But, oh my god. There's so many, so many people, but it's interesting. Like, you would think that they would hire the guy that did the Sonic the Hedgehog live action, but they didn't. They just hired a new guy entirely. Because I'm just looking.
It is odd.
Yeah.
It would have been interesting if they got that guy, but I guess maybe it was one of those passing the buck moments. Give it to someone else
who could also be very passionate and also sound pretty to the character.
And he does. Oh, to his credit, he definitely sounds like Sonic.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, and that's what I appreciated. Like, especially whenever you recognize passionate voice actors. For me,
yeah,
that means so much. Whenever I recognize someone, right. I just good soup.
It's that excellent stuff. Also, 1 second. I gotta make sure the dogs are not causing absolute chaos and destruction.
Fine. Don't worry, I can keep going on a tangent about voice acting. You're good.
Alright. I'll be right back.
But yeah, no, like, for me, you know, obviously I would always have some minor, like, opinions about, like, some English voice acting. Because, you know, lip syncing is hard. I'm gonna be real. The real hard, real fast of, yo, this shit's hard to at least keep track of, honestly. Where it has to be practiced and trained, that if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm always happy to see it and see the level of depth of how well people can just bring out the best of a character. Because they're putting their legitimate soul. If they don't put their legitimate soul, it shows. It shows laziness. And it can be very disheartening for people. Okay, let me see. What the fuck else was I thinking? It's a good era, and honestly, with me, I think with voice acting, it
Me to get.
All right, wait. Can you repeat
Book
that one more
done.
time? I had
Well, I
to
haven't said it yet, but basically, I was basically just saying that I have to stop putting it off and have to just do it. But probably won't put it on like anywhere public, just cause I don't really want to go through all the publication. But I have to get some short stories out, like just like written short stories.
All right, and we're back. Editor, everyone. Also, sorry about that, everyone. But yes,
Yes, and they'll never know about my diabolical plan.
Even though as soon as I press restart on it, it started working again.
Son of a gun!
And it caught you saying that you want to do some short story writing. I mean, in all honesty, in my perspective, you are really good in the craft of at least writing your stories. So if you do go down the path of a writer, I can honestly see it outside of also considering like side little things, like little voice acting stuff for it. Like if you want to improvise like a little short story. Like in all honesty, the random bullshit from AI Dungeon with a combination of smooth braining and one brain cell was the best thing because we made our fusion form.
Yeah, that was the strangest start of this basic friggin' dwarven adventure where you find the staff to the friggin' staff of Majohnson to the strangest segue into a Sonic fan fiction that I've ever had the pleasure of writing in my life.
Oh my god, it was the best. What do you mean?
And it wasn't even just Sonic. We threw in everything. It was Resident Evil. There was Dragon Ball Z. There was a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
No, at the ending was Dragon Ball Z, and I fucking adored it because we threw fucking Shadow in the jar. We threw Shadow's ass in the jar.
Space. Yes. I don't know why we went to space, but we went to space.
That was because you wanted to test flying. Because Shadow was trying to gun us down with his power of 2 guns.
Yeah, he stopped using 1 gun, and that's when I was like, all right, he's finally taking this seriously. He's using 2. I think we're about to get messy.
Oh shit! Here we go again. All right, maybe if I close my Steam.
But yeah, I think I'll just do that. I have to do that because I won't feel right. I think maybe I'll just use AI Dungeon to bang out the ideas because that feels like the best place for freedom to flow, and I'll just write them not for anyone else, not for anyone's viewing pleasure, just for me to know that I've done it.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. That's why before my freaking stream died, that to me, you know, the career path of voice acting is seemingly what's going to turn out, especially whenever I'll at least be open about this. There was a day whenever I talked to, you know, my boss man, Theron, good friend, nice guy, honestly amazing. And he told me that he can honestly see me as one of those, you know, English dub voice actors, and he would love to see me at least go down, like, and he would be so happy to see me go down that career path. And like, to me, I'm gonna be honest, I want to go down this career path, but it's going to be difficult because my dad openly does not, I mean, well, for one, he doesn't support, you know, my Twitch streaming. He openly admits it, where he doesn't get that, and also the certain level of getting lucky enough whenever people decide to provide donations and all that jazz.
Yeah, I feel like that's just like the general consensus when it comes to those, especially like family members, when they see that and they're just like, but that's not like reliable money over, you know, once in a blue moon money. And I can kind of understand where they come from when they say that in regards to what we do, but it's just like it's a passion project and the alternative isn't really always there. Even if you're just one of those people that you have your resume, you've checked it twice, you've done all these things, there's no real guarantee you're about to get picked up for a job anytime soon just because you have all the P's and Q's filled out
I
and you've
mean,
applied literally everywhere.
yeah. Like, I'm gonna be real. No matter where you go in terms of paths, you're going to struggle. It's not, but it's just how you also tackle the struggles.
Especially now with the fact that even if you do get the job and everything else pans out, there's a risk that you might just full on get COVID.
Yep.
Just right out the gate.
Yep. I mean,
Somebody was like, I don't feel like being safe today. Screw all of you.
it's funny because at least for me at this point, I've been around people that have COVID. So I feel like I've passed that hurdle now officially for me, even if the mutation comes.
I've experienced that hurdle and I don't want to experience it again because I don't know what else is going to try and take from me.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, the very beginnings of COVID were just nightmarish. I didn't understand at first, but it was just like, it hit me in places that I didn't expect it to. Like I expected maybe soreness in body and all that other stuff, but no, it went straight for my eyes and nose. Just all of the head region is where it went and resided for the longest time, to the point where it's just like, vertigo, got it. Inability to see, try me again. Varying forms of just hearing things that aren't actually there, you know it, like a bat, a very unhelpful bat. And then the inability to breathe through one nostril as opposed to the other one, which is working overtime. Like those things were pumping out air
Yeah.
like I was, well, I mean, craving it very desperately because I was.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I refuse to become a mouth breather. I won't do it. I have my Saiyan pride.
God damn it. No, I just feel like it's weird because I've been hit with things around it, and then I technically came out at least both tests, you know, like, oh, negative, you don't have it. Even though, for example, Straw had it, and we're in the same bed. We sleep, we cuddle, we kiss, even though that's not a smart idea. But fuck it, thug life. And I am still here standing.
That's insane. You might just have just like a full-on immunity to it.
Well, okay, so here's my explanation on what happened. So, before Straw visited, and we got all that, I had the first shot. I didn't have the second, third, or fourth. I only had one shot. And by the time Shaw, you know, hung out, like, you know, we hung out, we did all that stuff, and then the events of catching it, I assume it was still in my system, so plot device, aka anime moment, I somehow got immune. Because of the first shot, and then just, we went there. Because I had this exact same symptoms as Straw. We were both struggling the absolute fuck ton. I think you've heard and were there for a lot of it.
Yeah.
But it still didn't count it as, like, a positive. It counted a negative on my side, even though me and Shaw had the exact same symptoms.
Yeah, that is insane.
So, and
This
the weird
man
thing...
out here just
weird
built
thing?
different.
I didn't get any of the drawbacks. I can still smell. My taste buds are still the same. My breathing's a little bit fucky-wucky, but that's been like that for a long time.
Share your energy with me. I just need my stuff back, man.
Get away from me, vampire!
No. Dude. I don't know. I expected it to come back after some point, but it might just kind of be off.
It takes probably take a while. Like, it has to hard reboot.
I feel like if I don't see results a year or two, no, a year from now, I'll know that it's probably just gone, and I just have to get used to the new way that I smell and taste things, which is hilariously, I don't smell or taste anything. Well, as far as taste is concerned, it's only very recently that some things have like sparked up before that, like they were never there before, but they're here now as far as
Yeah.
taste buds, but as far as smell is concerned, only terrible things. I always smell, as far as myself is concerned, no matter what I do in terms of washing or whatever the case may be, like rotten eggs. It's the worst thing. I don't know
Oh,
why I can smell that. I've never smelled a rotten egg, but I have to assume
shot
this is
doesn't
what it
show
smells
to
like. It's
speak
like
of
some sort of
cinema.
rot. I can very fluently smell dog.
Dog.
Just
It's
the
just
varying
dog.
forms of dog.
So you can
Wet
basically demon
dog.
slayer this. A demon dog's
Basically.
coming. Oh no, you're
I
becoming
would know before
Tanjiro!
someone else. No, please.
Tanjiro, what are you doing here?
Not like
Let's see,
this.
what happened is you got lucky and Straw had whatever strain that shot the shot works against. I mean, I guess at the end all be all, I guess you are definitely right. You are definitely right, Shining, about that. I did get lucky. But I think that's my weird luck has always been like
gosh
that.
darn gambling. Gosh darn gambler over here. That's how it does it.
My whole
It's a
shtick is
gosh darn
gambling.
gambler.
Not like aggressively addictive gambling, like minor gambling. I minor gamble, and I've survived somehow because of the minor gambles. I survive by not being a full addict, just partial addict of the luck. And
you and your gosh darn luck.
it's my pro tag. It's my plot armor.
No. Sweet merciful.
I have plot armor, Sakura. And now since I announced it, I red flagged myself. Now I don't have it anymore. It's funny. I don't know. Fuck.
Did you already go into Netflix? Was I there? Was I
No.
here for that or no?
I only went into the tangent about the new Sonic VA, and I feel like I've done plenty, especially the love for enjoying voice actors, because I will want to at least follow that path. I just need to also learn how to do better microphone and audio mixing properly one of these days. I need to do that. But anyways, yeah. So we're done with the Sonic, but and now we got So we're talking shit about Netflix again. We're talking
a secret with your passwords.
Oh yeah, Netflix is trying to crack down on stupid password sharing.
Netflix.
This is kind of a lot of
they
people
don't
want
warrant it. They don't warrant any of that nonsense, especially with their current content that they have on that platform. People out here telling me, you know, making jokes about the Netflix and chill thing. I'm just sitting here like, who would ever watch that to not even just have that on in the background? Like, the stuff that I've seen on there makes my brain hurt in ways I didn't even know were possible. Just having something to casually listen to. I feel like I jokingly could do a better job of producing something that was a form of entertainment and like cinema wise. Just randomly garbaging around in a voice chat with you and anyone else, just like us talking, would be better content than whatever I just watched on Netflix. Like some of it, I'm trying to be very, what's the word? Light on this, but even to lightly put it, certain things you'll watch in the very first half of an episode, you'll immediately be like, nope, put that on the not like list, take it off of my list, never look at it again. Please don't recommend it ever to me again. I beg of you. I ask of you very kindly. Don't. If you care for me at all as a consumer of your content, please stop. Because it's real bad. I simultaneously in one night, right? Because I was window shopping.
Yeah.
I went and I roamed around for Netflix shows to just like have there, because they have a bunch of animation stuff as opposed to their more intricate movies and CW shows that I'll never watch. And I was like, okay, you have a bracket for it, and then you have shows that stand on their own and are good enough. They don't have Akira, pieces of garbage, but they had one, and here's the premise, right, of this particular show.
Yeah.
So you know you like martial arts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You like all those crazy Del Toro movies where it's just like chainsaw leg woman and friggin' all Pulp Fiction and all that crazy stuff, and like the crazy zombie movies or From Dusk Till Dawn, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm aware of those.
Put those two together, okay? Just keep those two in your back pocket.
How about
All
Iron
right.
Fist
Now,
guy? Well, no, not like the Marvel one. I thought there was a. It was one dude that like made a metal fist or
Luke
something.
Cage?
No, not Luke Cage, not Luke
Metal
Cage.
Fist?
Yeah, it was on Netflix, I think.
Metal Fist guy.
I'm gonna double check what it was because it was a dude, and he was like in a Japanese setting, and he crafted metal gauntlets for himself. And
oh yeah, that was the movie. It was Iron Fist, I think. Not yeah. The Man with the Iron Fist.
Yes,
the man
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Also, they made a sequel. What? That's interesting. I only remember watching like the beginning.
It was an odd movie. They made Dave Bautista a bad guy, and after I watched him in that one zombie flick, I couldn't see him as a bad guy anymore. It was really hard. And that's just good acting. The movie was horrible. That zombie movie he was in was just disgusting.
Listen, you can still be a good actor in a shitty show.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort. Like, just an unprecedented amount. Just like how Tobey Maguire became the most amazing Spider-Man simply because of Bully Maguire. He became the best Spider-Man because he was the best meme, and that's a weird thing.
And no one can stop that. That's the funnier thing. You can't stop the inevitable.
He's right up there with Ultra Instinct Shaggy, and he just sits there menacingly.
You know why? Because memes are eternal. You can't stop it even if you want to.
But yeah, the premise of the thing was that Del Toro feel to a kung fu flick varying forms of drinking weird elixirs from a voodoo woman who just kind of like drinking it turns you into a demon creature.
What?
From some strange realm.
What the fuck?
I'm not finished yet. Listen. And then, right, there's another side story with this like a variety of like stereotypes about
just automatically just all of the
every ethnicity. Just there's a black cop, right? It starts right out the gate. Is somewhere in the 70s is where his yes, he's straight out of the 70s. He's like a broke down version of what they think Shaft was. Or Black Dynamite. I'm hoping Shaft, but I think it might have been Black Dynamite.
I'd believe more Black Dynamite.
Like a parody version of Black Dynamite, who's not unknowingly, but just like unnecessarily racist towards anyone with Mexican descent whatsoever. And the thing, this whole ordeal takes place in Mexico. I forget what city, but it gets there is horribly. It's like they take the whole fish out of water thing and just make it just a racist segment.
Yeah.
With varying stereotypes to adhere to that, just to make this person seem validated, while also making fun of him. And then there's this weird moment where he is bonding with this cop over prosecution of character, and apparently they come to some reconciliation over his out of nowhere sexism, and it doesn't make sense at all.
What?
It doesn't appear at all to be coherent with his character prior to that scene, prior to him going to this village. And then on top of all of that, they're a backdrop to these three martial art apprentices and their master, who inexplicably dies, along with what should be like this young upstart, like just like who adds, I guess, character to their otherwise broken consortment, where one's just like a drunk, the other one's the teacher's pet, and then another one is just violent because he had a Batman background experience where his family was killed right before his eyes, and his tongue was ripped out by this mobster type dude.
There you go.
And yeah, none of that happens. You think that's the direction? None of that happens. All of
Why
them.
does it remind me of that one animation that's also on Netflix?
It's like taking a bunch of ideas on a board, throwing them together, and saying this works.
It did.
This is the one that works. Sensei dies in the way all senseis in these kung fu flicks die. The kid, as well as a bunch of random civilians, all blow up because the demon swallows gas and blows up next to a gas station.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, and they make the kid dying very graphic, like a statue falls on him and kills him.
Why? Jesus Christ.
And it just keeps spiraling past that point. And they lose track of the plot, so they have to give you something to kind of like satisfy you. So there's this voodoo woman, and then there's this lady who's basically not psychic, but she basically speaks to spirits, and you find out.
I think that's still under the category of medium, isn't it?
Yeah, she's basically a medium, and also like the town's witch doctor, basically.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest thing because it has nothing to do with any of this. The martial arts students are only a part of the story because their master was killed by one of the random henchmen of this guy who was doing this weird ritual to indoctrinate him into the gang via drinking the demon powder. But
demon powder, goddamn.
For some reason didn't even understand how his own powder worked. And
what?
It just gave this guy these supernatural powers, and then was like, oh, he's run away with the powder. And he tells his henchmen to go get him. And they don't, obviously, because he blows up. And most of the henchmen die in this fight, except for one who comes back to notify the dude of this, and he kills that guy. Because he has no one else to blame for this other than himself.
I'm a little lost for words there.
Whole thing. That's a show that is perfectly suitable for Netflix. And you're telling me, just kind of going back into this circle, that people can't share passwords for this content?
Yes.
For this content?
Yes. Shaw showed me something that is literally just about people that can make cakes look so fucking close to like objects, and it's just a whole show called Is It Cake? And I'm over here like, huh. This is a show.
I just don't know what my life is at this point.
This is a show. On Netflix.
Where do we stop?
Where do we stop? Since TV's starting to become actually irrelevant.
Yeah, like wholesale.
Oh.
Who here, just show of hands in the chat, and you as well, Vincent, do you watch TV?
No.
Show your hand. Just move a little hand.
I used to whenever it was an option, but no. But you know what you can do? Keep distracting chat. I gotta go get something to nibble on. I'm hungry as fuck.
Right. I'll be back. Do what you gotta do. Look, I'm just saying, everybody. No one watches TV anymore. You know you don't. You could tell me you do, but we both know you don't. Let me actually put these. Where's the? Does anybody know where the friggin' timestamps are? I don't remember where one puts the timestamps. I know. How dare I? But I just don't. Here, let me, maybe it's in chat appearance. Timestamp, new messages. Hell yeah. Fixed it. I got it. I'm good. Worked it out. Cross heart. Hello. Vincent might have missed you just by a hair's breadth, but he'll be back after food is found and consumed, or he'll find the food and then he'll consume it for all of you to hear. Shane, you were saying, okay, that was already read. Fang was like Warcraft, Arclight, Rumble. What was that in relation to? Fang, if you don't mind me asking. And also want to know the solution to that. Use the profile feature and just make a profile for everyone you let use your account. Keck. I mean, really though, that's how I'm watching it. Because my mom is the one with the account, but she like made varying profiles for myself and my brother, and so on the Wayback Machine, and so I've just been using that ever since. But I honestly don't know why I even use Netflix for anything outside of, I guess, easy access to JoJo, as opposed to just using very legal services outside of that, like Crunchyroll. Yeah.
Why are you lying? I mean, not lying at all whatsoever.
What do you even mean? I'm lying. Not me, my guy.
Haha, wink.
I would just say, like, using any other third-party website to watch anime is great and everything, but like the only reason I would use Netflix is for an easier way of watching, I guess, like JoJo,
Yeah, pretty much.
or I was gonna say Castlevania, but outside of the fight scenes, it was not worth the strain on my mental health dealing with all of those characters and their whiny baby moments, which
Honestly,
was the
if you just
majority
wanted
of
to
that.
watch the fucking fights, YouTube was usually the good go-to.
Yeah, and it's like I want to establish that even if I did it, which I definitely could have at this point, and it would have been much better if I just like it went onto YouTube, looked up these fight things, and then just played music in the background to just hype them up. The experience in itself may have lessened it. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if it would still be the same sort of like experience
I feel like,
as having it as one consistent thing to the other.
in all honesty, I feel like instead, if you watched it as an A and B with someone that knows how to properly video edit, you
Yeah,
would probably have a 1,000 times more better experience with it than that.
I feel that too. Honestly, that probably would have been the way to watch Castlevania, as opposed to just playing the games. Some of them, because other ones, ooh dog,
Ooh-wee.
ooh boy, not great. I'm also doing that thing known as trying to get food. Gosh darn it, Applebee's, I don't want your services. Well, maybe I do. What do you got? Maybe I lied to you just now. Maybe I do want your services. Wait, come back. Applebee's, I was just kidding. You know how I kid these days.
God damn it. Come back, Applebee's. We love you.
But yeah, no, I just, as far as my take goes on the whole password sharing, much like Shining said, make some profiles and call it a day, because in actuality, it's not even worth fretting over because it's pretty garbage what's currently on Netflix. I'm sure someone will argue me down, but for me, my own experience and the content that I was looking at and looking for, everything that I've come across thus far is either half done, like not even the animation, the content itself, as far as like the muscle movement and the motions of what I'm watching, even if it's live action or animated, is great. Story's garbage. Other way around, story's interesting, I guess.
Animation.
But people
garbage.
just moving, animation or the people talking and moving just feels slow and sluggish, and like they're trying to do a stage play but don't know how to do it. Like it's their first time in kindergarten, and they've just got on stage and froze up type deal. And I just don't understand what I'm watching at that point.
That sounds about right.
And I'm guessing it's because most of these productions may have been done by like a handful of people, if not maybe one person, and then they pitched the idea to Netflix, and Netflix was like, "Did you just say content? Is that what you said to me right now? Give me it right now. I'll pay you for it. I'll put it up there.
Call me
I
money."
love it."
I mean, apparently you can like contact Netflix and like kind of like throw them a bone, being like, "Hey, yo, check out this shtick," and they'll pay for it.
But is that ever truly the way? When sometimes what you get out of that deal is madness.
Sadly, my mentality goes back to long as it gives me money.
Dang, you right, Bob, but dang.
Listen, unless I'm truly passionate about what I gave them, I'm not gonna cry about it unless it's like, oh, I devoted time, energy, money, and tears into an animation, and they want to retcon basically everything that was leading what the entire story represented. That, on the other hand, would fucking devastate me as a individual. Oh.
See, I understand that.
But if it's just like a thing like, oh, make a game show about if this plushie or this plushie looks like they are from a high quality like facility versus a cheap ass one. Then if you guess wrong, you lose. Yeah, called Stuff It.
Just called Stuff It.
Yep. That's the type of shit that you'd see on Netflix. So, actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually.
Someone's done it. Probably.
Probably on YouTube.
Most likely on YouTube. I don't know. Just strikes the iron for me a little hot in the wrong kind of way.
Yeah, but it is what it is, especially since nowadays, even though they're gonna bitch and moan, there's still people that are gonna share their accounts, especially if they give you access to make multiple profiles anyway. So
At the end of the day, the verdict with password sharing is just like, just don't talk about it. If you're doing it, just don't talk about it. It's simple as that. If you're not making profiles for the people that you're sharing it with, and you don't have them logging into your stuff and then just using that stuff because you don't trust them, you can't trust people out here, just don't talk about it. But at that point, why would you be sharing passwords if you don't trust those people? It's just food for thought. If you're already in the state where you're going to share passwords, just create a profile for them. Just put them on your plan.
what if they're cheap hoes and they just go for the cheapest one?
I mean, at that point, just don't talk about it. It's that simple. You got it. You're doing it. Shut up about it. Just don't say anything.
It makes me go back to thinking about whenever the dumb shit involving whenever fan-made games are made, that you just should shut the fuck up about it whenever you make the fan-made games. Whenever companies can breathe down your neck as soon as it's kind of like put in the light. So I don't know. It'd be like that. So I think that's pretty much it for the Netflix. Outside of just it could be better.
It's time to talk about the last thing from me, which is, how would you feel? How would it vibe with you if, since we don't do these things in person in very scenic locales for people to get lushed in by our sweet landscapes while we talk about this or that and see our gorgeous faces while we ogle each topic warily, trying to remember if we actually wrote that down or if it was something newly added. What if we did this, all of this, us podcasting and talking with something in the background as far as either a game or something else that's the creative that you can think of? Because my thought was a game.
Wow.
But just like not something that requires mental effort, so that we're not focused on that and it becomes more
Marbles
games and
on
podcasts. Yeah. But more just like it's the background fuzz while we cast pod, talking about various topics. Since again, it's just like we do this, but I just want people to have visual eye candy, and I definitely want people to chime in too on this.
We are the eye
something
candy.
You want. Are we? Are we really? I mean, it might be.
Probably.
I don't know.
People want to eat your hair still.
I'll fight them this time. I'll get the gun.
You get the gun.
This on this time. I've gotten the super glue. I don't feel like regrowing it like a chia pet. They can't have it. It's already been eaten. I've done the raffles for it. It was eaten. It happened. It's no longer. The next time someone tries to eat it and succeeds somehow through sheer force of will, I'll get rid of SakuraAfro and just go bald and rebrand myself. I will completely rebrand myself.
No. Pink versus
That is
blue.
my obligation.
I guess I have to fight for
something
it.
pink, but yeah, no. SakuraAfro will die that day, and I'll never resuscitate him.
Damn it! But
that's what I say. I'll keep the afro on. Thank you kindly. No one will take it off. Thank you very much.
I think outside of I wouldn't be against it. But honestly, like my brain keeps clicking to that. Isn't that just normally our streams anyways?
What? Violence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this violence would not have SakuraAfro in it. It would just have yours truly, the guy in the shadows.
Yeah,
oh wait, no, that's Shining. That shows the Shining. He would have somebody else.
God damn it.
Me. Dion.
God, not Dion. God, that leads back into scheduling with people. And then it full cycles again to what we were trying to fight against.
It becomes what we hate the most.
Getting people to be responsible.
The worst thing. I'm about to get churros. Do you think I should get Bavarian cream or caramel? I love caramel.
Is there anything with the? Well, then I would say go with caramel then. The cream would be
know what Bavarian
if it.
cream is.
Let me do.
Or Bavarian. I don't know. One of the two. Bavarian. One of the two. Somebody correct me.
So Bavarian cream Bavarios, or simply, I'm not gonna say that word, is a dessert consisting of milk thickened with eggs and gelatin. Gelatin, blah blah blah, into which whipped creamed. It's basically milky. He's like, think of whipped cream, but like you'd see it in donuts.
Ah. And hello, Ryoko. No.
Milkies.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. No. Hell no. Absolutely not.
But mommy milk.
I will leave. Never to return.
But hey, how you doing, Ryoko? We're just getting ready to slowly finish our subjects. Yeah. Because you eventually have to leave soon, right?
Mayhaps. I feel like it's probably best, regardless of the case, to just like wind it out, because I think we said 3 hours just so that we can finish it without something happening and then needing to stop.
Yep.
Just right out the gate in the middle of the topic.
Just bullshitting enough. Let's see.
So, Ryuko, I want to know if you know if the multiplayer is much more stable now concerning
Zomboid?
Those like Vincent, Zomboid. If he is able to do that sweet joining thing now.
We haven't tested it fixed. Whenever I'll just...
It's okay if you don't know. I've been playing recently on a dedicated server. Gosh darn. Well, yeah, I think the easiest way to find out, Vincent, is if you join a dedicated server. I mean, if you can do that, then you can play in a LAN one easily.
It looked less buggy. Yay!
Look less buggy? Yeah, just do it. Just one of these days when you don't have anything else to do. Just join into one and see if you can join it. And then if you can, I'm adding it to the list of things. I'm adding it to the roulette.
You better add it to that fucking list in there. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
The trick with the roulette. Right?
Are we actually going to rotate a wheel for that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We might get a wheel for it, and also, it can't be the same thing. If, for like instance,
so
one
we just
day
remove it
is
from the
fatal
wheel?
frame. Yeah, basically, it's still part of the roulette, but we can't do the same thing the very next day.
So can't twice a day.
Yeah. Like, we can't go into House of the Dead 2 one Tuesday, and then House of the Dead 2 the following other Tuesday, basically.
Because, repetition can lead to madness!
Madness, and it takes out the whole point of making a roulette.
Yeah. I mean, just like mark it somewhere that we at least currently did it last, and then just repeat that process. Just have a separate spot somewhere being like, current, previous, kind of thing.
Exactly. You understand perfectly. What is a torta?
What?
What is torta?
Torta?
Tortas, yes.
Like a
it looks like a sandwich.
Yeah, it's just a sandwich.
Okay.
It's literally what it looks like. It's just a sandwich.
Okay.
Just make sure what it has with.
Just get everything and hope for the best, you say. That's crazy.
Did not say that. Do not put those words in my mouth. You
finish it all off with a Coca-Cola. Nice.
Wait, I thought you could. What?
No, I can't.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's death.
It's a don't.
Drinking death.
That just get something else.
I'm trying to live my life.
Monster.
23 minutes left to order from this store. This is fine. I have 23 minutes.
God damn it.
What are they gonna do? Close on me the moment I make the order?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we're about to find out.
Just be careful, because if you're getting close, God damn it. All right. But yeah, I think that's literally it for mine and your topics, as far as I'm aware of.
Yeah. I just. What was the
magic
version you're in? I don't know about everybody else. Cause everybody real silent about it. But what do you feel like? Do you feel like we should have someone in the background or not?
Our intentions are just to be background noise, really, while we smooth braining it, kind of like what we couch hop stuff. But
okay,
if you feel
because I mean
like
we'd
that,
be rolling into a territory that is in the same ballpark, and I say this only because that's the only one I know of. It's not the only one out there that's famous for it, but like Game Grumps territory of things.
Yeah.
By
So,
doing
aka
it.
what our Tuesdays are always, anyways.
Yeah, so it's like if we already have that, we don't need to do it
See,
also for the podcast.
I'm gonna be very realistic. That's what I've been seeing for our quote unquote list. That even if it's just one of us playing a game and the other just keeps talking, I have generally noticed that we have achieved that level even before we realized it.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah. We have already been in that stepping stone since like our friendship's been established, in all honesty. That we've kind of already reached that, and with moving forward and how our methods are through Parsect or otherwise, we have basically already done that anyways. So
Gosh darn it. We've done it again.
yay. Except for we don't have like a consistent editor, aka either me or anyone else.
Yeah.
Just because I'm lazy.
Or warehouses of people to bounce ideas off of.
That's called our friends. Sometimes. Sometimes. I just say sometimes.
You a funny man.
Wow! That's how you do our friends.
I would love to do them any other kind of way, but they all have their own varying things. And that's a fact.
Dirty.
That's a fact.
Dirty.
I can't say it any other way. Us asking for ideas results in violence, chaos, and nothing actually being produced.
God.
The only time we can get it done is if we do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Which is why we do it ourselves.
Yeah, sadly enough, that's been the mentality nowadays. Where I love our friends. I love the people we associate ourselves with.
This city.
But in terms of work ethic, we seem to at least deviate so fast. So
Gosh, I'm in shame.
I mean, it's not okay. At least around friends, it's not a bad thing. But outside of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. It pretty much just did.
Oh no, I gotta put this here.
But yeah.
Tuesday, because we will forget. That's too sidey.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hi, Aiden.
I can type. Yo, Aiden.
Now time to bring.
Also,
oh, what's up?
I was gonna say, which would it be possible?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'll ask you this after we're done with questions and such and so forth once we've ended. But I'll ask you this off the books.
What was it? Okay, so now I guess I'll just head into this segment. So now for the last bit of this stream, and that is a Q&A segment where we have the chat. If you have any comments, questions, complaints, so on and so forth, we are here to listen.
Deep-seated issues that you wish to discuss.
But not too much drama dumping, please. Oh god, I need to actually start working on a bigger I mean, on the list of things, and then we'll probably have to go back and forth. Anyways, that's later. So, well, I'll put a little timer right now. If anyone at least has any kind of subject to bring up, if y'all want to talk about something, we are here for you.
But if not, no worries. We're not holding a gun to your head. That's just a wacky inflatable tube guy.
It just starts firing the bullets.
With
Sorry.
a gun. This is what I was supposed to say after that.
Let's see. If you were isekai to another world where legendary weapons from mythology that chose you to wield them what would you wield? A deck of cards. Wait, what was the fucking D&D deck?
A stick.
That is actually a manga, actually.
That's all I'm saying. It'd be a stick.
Plus 99 speak.
It'd just be like, why is that guy running us with a stick? Doesn't he know that isn't gonna work? We have like swords, and that one guy over there has like a bazooka. Nope.
Stick.
Stick.
And it.
How did he win? What the hell?
He broke literally the planet!
Stick.
Stick is level 99, you see.
Stick brick world.
There you go.
And Aiden, it's funny you say that, because that's another an anime on Netflix called Sword Guy, where that exact question that you just asked was turned into
I think it was the intention.
Oh, was it?
Aiden, was it
so,
intentional?
I swear, if you've seen that, how dare you ask me that question? But if not, okay, this is totally valid, it's fine. But if so, how dare you ask me that question?
The duel, the immortal sword of Tale of Sir Roland. I don't know why. This actually reminded me. Wait, it was a sword guy? Sakura knows.
No. This is how it's spelled. Alright? Here. Sword guy.
Sword guy. Sword guy.
Sword guy.
Actually, wait. Before we're ending on this tangent, there's actually one anime I thought you'd like. Skeleton Knight in Another World, because literally the opening title, it's just him advertising how cute and awesome he is.
Oh gosh.
It's so stupid because it reminds me of Reginald's level of stupidity, yet entertainment. Where he's like, oh, wait, I'm a skeleton paladin. I'm made to be ironic. And
he's the fact that he's in on the joke is what makes it great.
Because it's another isekai, but then they just kind of like go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's why I was like, I should bring this up to Sakura if he's ever seen it.
I have not.
I have
the anime where the guy has a sword arm. Yes, I wasn't even thinking about that when I asked. Yep, nope. That's literally 110% your question turned into a series.
God damn.
So, to answer your question, nothing from that show. Nothing from that show, though.
I mean, hey.
It's bad. It's bad, Vincent. It's real bad. They even had a segment. You remember that awful, weird kink anime where the dude survived off of like a vampire, but it was breast milk? Was the thing? I forgot what the name. Something Quasar was the name of it. It was the most disgusting thing. But that, in comparison to this, had the exact same situation where the main character protagonist dude reverted into a child state after like the very first episode, or the very first fight, I should say. And they just ran with that.
I just, it'd be like that, I guess.
He came back from it, like that one did too, but still. I never respect the protagonist after those segments. Not then, not now.
Not
That's a
ever.
terrible way to introduce your protagonist into like this kill or be killed weird sword fighting thing, which doesn't really make sense. It made no sense, Vincent. All right. The plot summarizes that all these swords were possessed by the evil spirits of individuals that have been wronged throughout all of mythology in varying ways.
It's so weird. It also reminds me of whenever they started trying to do Japanese history, but as an isekai of when Oda Nobunaga got reincarnated as a fucking Inushiba in Japan in present day, and then all the other warlords of around the battles of Sekigahara to previous ended up being also reincarnated as dogs.
Maybe doing Oda Nobunaga very dirty.
Okay, to be fair, he kind of deserves it 50-50.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of an asshole, but at the same time, he's kind of not an asshole.
Like that one anime, Yosuke.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he brought guns into Japan, but then at the same time, he's kind of recognized and feared as the, like, fucking Demon King for an actual reason. He was not actually a nice person.
As most tyrants and conquerors are never associated with, yeah. I understand.
Outside of trying to justify it, some people try to justify that. Like,
Well, that's why they have sayings that are stupid, like, I mean, they're accurate, but only the victors decide what is history and what isn't. Regardless of what you feel.
This is true.
Some people will believe for whatever reason that who's the idiot who was looking for India and wound up
Columbus?
in Columbus.
Yeah, he was a dumbass. He didn't even know his directions.
Found America.
Yep.
Did not find India. So
That's why they
over in India, somebody sneezes.
Achoo! And that's why they made Native American. That's why they called Native Americans Indians for the longest.
Stupid as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, but what do you expect? We live in a very backwards country.
We live in a society.
No, I live outside of the society. I live in my own small little bubble.
But do you live and learn?
Yeah, hang on the edge of tomorrow.
Let's see, wasn't Nobunaga made a girl in the Fate universe? Yes.
Yes.
To be fair, okay, all of Japanese media, you will see something that either represents Oda Nobunaga, any of the recognized warring Japanese shogun, or
Magic Girl.
Yeah, or Magic Girl. Basically, it's the trifecta of shit gonna be normal in everything. Like, even whenever you hear the curse of Masamune, the sword, you know how much shit keeps rehashing that? So many.
Man, if one more person talks about Musashi and his incredible blades, how amazing of a samurai he is,
I'm gonna rub my blades up in his face.
I'm gonna lose it. I get it. He was pretty dope. He made some crazy awesome things. There are a lot of people around the world that are pretty dope and made some crazy awesome things that have advanced this shamble of an existence that is humanity. But you don't see them being talked about as much, do you?
Yeah, it's like, no. But it'd be like that.
Honestly, unless those same people are turned to a TikTok video, then they're not even relevant anymore in this current climate. I'm just saying.
It sucks. It do suck.
Yeah.
And that's why
historical people, meh. Innovations that have led to this state where we can enjoy society in this small little spectrum, yeah. Funny dude doing dance to TikTok video. Nice.
Funny.
Funny.
But it is what it is. But long as people know how to at least write a good fucking story, then I ain't complaining. Complain about anything else, but
About a good story.
But
That's hard to come by.
yeah. Oh, yeah, and then after this stream I can finally install the Vampire the Masquerade and Bloodhunt and see if I can get it working.
Yes, if you can't, then we'll throw it out of the window.
Well, that and also I have to test Zomboid. So, I'm taking that opportunity. But is there anything else anyone wants to ask before we are closing this lovely episode? If not, we shall now close our curtains. But we hope to... I'll just give it like... 1, 2... Okay, anyways, I'm going to actually be serious. We did at least get a question, so I'll at least take that as my cue to at least end this and go... That is in. So that is a wrap for this episode of Echoes of the Forest, episode 3. Look forward to 2 weeks from now for the continuation as we find new subjects, new things, and hopefully something new and wacky and zany. Or it's just something that we can bitch about. That's usually the fun.
Next time might be isekais.
Oh god. Time to go back to that subject again. But anyways, we shall now end the door to darkness. What do I want to do?
Kingdom Hearts again?
Kingdom Hearts! Kingdom Hearts! Kingdom Darts!
Man, Kingdom Hearts sounds like it would be a much more successful game series, honestly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine they start just throwing darts at the Heartless?
Oh my god, that would actually be funny. Yeah. But anyways, so since we're shutting the door, I am going to throw you people at another lovely new person that I have caught their streams, known as Premium Heart Nikki. They seem pretty chill, as they are a fox who likes rock and video games and JRPGs and
Rock Fox.
Yeah, so we're gonna send them because they are gonna they just started and they're going to do some Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, aka comboing people in the air. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's stream. Sending y'all over right now. And for those on the YouTube side, please check out both mine and Sakura's content. Sakura at least streams whenever he wants to. Meanwhile, I do what I want. And yeah. So, for now, we will catch you all next time. Potato Man. Any words of wisdom?
Honestly, I think it's one that's been said before, but people don't ever adhere to it. Be very careful what you wish for, because not only will you get it, but you'll get it exactly how you intended, and that sometimes can be very scary.
Woo. All right. So for now, take care, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Get out.
Did you give them a boot?